Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Free Parking.
Hello, it is I, the older brother of Cody.
Kees phone.
That's me.
Oh, is this about
The Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yes.
So you told us this was like right when.
If I don't go to any of the exams, surely they're going to kick me out, which means I can't go back.
Alright, so my turn was like me just piffing Woody across the
You think the movie ends and legit there was a big boss fight. You know when the guy is in the computer?
Yeah, against Diapolo mod.
Yes.
Being a teenager is hard, and then adding all of this stuff on top of it, you know.
I would say
see.
cheese and onions better than barbecue.
Cheese and
No.
onion. Bro, cheese and onion has a good flavor. I just hate how it makes my breath smell.
One thing I know that was like unheard of in our school, well not unheard of, but it was like kind of like frowned upon, was like taking a gap year.
Just happy to be
Just happy to be here.
And Bakuda just happened to, you know, like not wear pants.
Okay. We can do that. Alright.
Don't worry.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Free Parking.
We're back.
Yes, we are, and I think we've had a bit more practice now with what happened last week. Anyway,
I don't want to talk about it.
before we start, I just wanted to give you guys big thanks on behalf of both of us. We've seen you guys have been liking what we've been putting out, and we appreciate it. It's just us just having a bunch of fun. And talking about having fun, we have the most fun with our...
Can we restart this intro?
Alright, no,
I
we're
just
good.
hated that transition. Sorry.
No, we're sticking with it.
Okay.
Alright?
Well, we've got our brothers on today. All right. The men that we've known for most of our lives.
Straight out the womb. So to my right, we have the amazing older brother of myself. That is...
I've never heard you introduce me like that before, ever.
It's Chavez. Hey, Chavez.
Hello, it is I, the older brother of Cody.
My older brother.
Nice to meet you.
And then
And my younger brother, but bigger brother,
Bigger.
Oh,
Kees phone.
That's me.
you excited?
I got nothing else to say.
yeah, maybe we should have started.
All right. Let's just get into the maths.
Yeah, we got lots to go through, so we need to...
I've been practicing my reading skills. So
This
I
is
should
the only
be
thing I've
right.
been nervous for the whole time, is knowing you guys are doing math.
Yeah, how are you guys with maths? Are you...
Don't like
I
it.
used
You're
to be
at
good
math.
in high school, but I just haven't done it for a long time. So.
As in, this is like really basic, simple addition, subtraction stuff.
Oh, that's I'm not good with that.
Nah?
No.
Well then...
I was like, sit me down, give me a proper question, I'll figure it out.
I feel like I'm okay. Like I'm terrible with retaining memory, but have like high RAM. Like I can process a lot on the spot.
Okay.
But I have to retain anything.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm like the opposite. I've got like no RAM, but I've got decent memory.
So if they ask it, then we come back like 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah.
"Oh, wait."
I've got it now.
Sorry, sit on this question.
I'll read all the questions and then you have to just say the answers without knowing the questions.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I have the time as well. So, guys, the time to beat is way up the top. Josh on 1685. So that's what you want to be going for. But if not, there's no worries.
Just
You're
get
not.
above 31.
I'm going for 31-17.
Yeah.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, shout out Damien again. 31-17.
Going for like the
It's
middle
just
somewhere.
just holding the rear down, so that's fine.
Well, who wants to go first? Who's the brave one?
You gotta respect your elders. I think you should go first.
Okay, sure.
Oh, okay, all right. Let me.
Do you think you'll be higher than me? Higher or lower between us?
I've got no idea. I haven't.
If you had to say.
Probably lower.
You guys don't seem that competitive. To like, I know when I do.
I know
this,
what Kees is just like putting his standards down so that he won't
you want to
he
win.
won't disappoint
He
himself.
wants to win.
He won't disappoint anyone.
I don't give a fuck.
All right,
I was like, oh, I don't care.
I just want to get it over and done with. That's all.
I need to get ready.
you'll be fine. Wait, can I double check these answers quickly?
I'll feel so
I
much
should've done this
better
before.
when it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. All right.
Are
All
you
right.
ready?
So, your time will start at the end of the first question, and if you get a question wrong,
Wow, it's beating so fast.
Well, I will
That's I
repeat
can
it.
hear it.
he'll
I can
repeat
hear
the
from you.
question.
I'll repeat it unless it's wrong on the paper.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
No.
Too bad.
Okay.
5 plus 8.
13.
9 minus 3.
6.
6 plus 8.
14.
7 plus 2.
9.
4 minus 3.
1.
3 plus 9.
12.
4 plus 7.
11.
6 minus 2.
4.
8 minus 1.
7.
9 plus 9.
18.
Okay.
Oh, kill this.
Oh boy. Okay. All right, can you write this down?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't get your time yet.
No, we
My
will
heart
hold
is
it.
beating so fast.
Your shoulders already look more relaxed. As soon as you said that, it's like a butterfly.
Yeah, it's the weight lifted off
I
my
can't
chest.
believe that. All right. Anyway,
Hold on.
Chavez, how you feeling?
Fine.
It's a big performance.
I used to be school captain.
Yeah. Not maths captain. Was that part of the selection process or?
I don't want to answer that. It's fine.
No,
It's okay.
it's fine.
It's all right.
All right.
Are you ready?
Your time starts at the end of the first question.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 7 minus 6.
1,
6 plus 9.
15,
5 minus 2.
3,
6 minus 3.
3,
2 plus 8.
10,
4 plus 9.
13,
7 minus 2.
5,
6 plus 8.
14,
9 plus 8.
17,
5 minus 3.
2.
Oh, okay. You write that down.
Well done.
Let's go.
Hey, yeah. Hey, you guys,
This is a strong episode.
you guys brought it. You guys brought it.
Out of our dual episode, I think like this is combined the fastest.
This is the strongest pair, yeah, for sure. Where do you guys think you are? You jumbled it up, and it doesn't help now.
It's in order.
Is it?
Is it in
Yeah.
order?
Yeah.
It's
No,
No,
that's
no, no,
second.
no.
That's second.
Huh?
Azam is second, and he's like,
No, he's
oh, what?
not.
Is he? He's not. Bro,
No,
that's
he's
1901.
he's second.
That's 1830.
You trusted Weber with numbers again
Oh, no.
after what happened.
Well, do you
before?
think? Where do you think he's are? So second is 1834. First is 16. Do you think he's a first?
I'm gonna say.
Third.
second, third.
I'm gonna say fourth. I reckon
We go
I'm.
with third.
I'm
I
between-
feel like we're in that gap, or maybe just because there's a gap there. I think that's what we're gonna.
I reckon I'm
end up.
between 18 and 19.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere.
What did you say, Case? You reckon you're?
Yeah, like in that gap in between the second and third,
Yeah.
probably in there somewhere.
Okay, well, I'll give you the 2 times. One person got 1908, which I'm pretty sure is like 1 millisecond.
0.1.
So that's
No, 0.01.
0.01. That's for second place. 0.01 of a second.
That's you.
And the other person got 1828.
So they're second. So they beat the first one. Yeah. Who do you think won? By second?
I think
It's
you.
too close.
I
to
think
call.
you. I think you got 18.
The winner
I don't know.
was the school captain.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go!
Good job.
Oh, sorry.
You can. We're done now. We're done. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can take your
You can
costume
take
No,
off if you
I'm.
want.
My head's very.
Or you can
warm
leave
here.
him on.
You can
no.
leave them on. You can do what you
can
want.
rock
Yeah,
them.
it's
Probably
fine.
bamboozled a lot of people there.
I appreciate the choices as well. Very.
Well, yeah. I thought that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just very
I
confident.
said you
with,
look like Einstein instead of Ultra Instinct.
And did I not prove it?
yeah, it's true. It's true.
I can take that.
Oh, I'm happy that I didn't stuff it up.
Yeah,
To be
good
honest.
job. Really, you're the real MVP.
I think I'm more proud of Weaver than outside.
Oh my god! All right, I want to get into some backstory, some back history, back in the day.
Yeah.
So I think, obviously, me and Weaver went.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like obviously me and Chavez knew each other.
Obviously, we go way back.
Yeah, we go way back.
Oh.
No. So me and Weaver, we said this before on the podcast that we were friends in grade 1.
Yep.
And then it kind of just melded itself together, right? We started seeing each other, like going into each other's houses.
Yeah, so we were good friends and
Yeah.
we just catch up, and then our parents became friends, and then our families pretty much just became friends.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was like seamless. I remember that as well.
Mm.
Like we were all so close in age, and you were the oldest, so we always kind of, for some reason, every game we played, you're the best because like we just suck as like kids, and you're just like
He was just more advanced.
he had an edge.
Yeah.
He had an edge.
Only a school captain.
But
It is.
but yeah,
Developed.
do you
I can't take you serious with the
What do you mean? I was serious for like a good. What, do you take me less serious? For like
you can do whatever you want. This is free
Alright,
parking.
I'll bring it
This
here for
isn't
when it's time to get serious again.
You bring it back on.
bring it back on.
Bring it
Alright,
back.
that's alright. But do you guys remember have any fun memories of childhood?
The
Child-
first
Oh,
memory,
bases. Playing bases.
I was
the
waiting
first
for that.
memory I have
I
of
was waiting for
Chavez
this.
is playing what is that game
What? Okay.
Age of
on the
Empires?
trampoline?
Makuta Bones! Oh, this. Do you remember this game, Cody?
it's unlocked a memory for me that I didn't know I had.
That's the first
Oh
memory I
my
have. And I don't know where.
goodness.
I don't know how you used it.
I know where
That
Makuta
was-
variants came from.
So I remember it came from
Bionicles.
Bionicles,
The movie.
right?
Yeah, the main character.
And it was like a
Bionicles.
yeah.
a character called another one
Just
like
unlocked something.
Makuta Bones. And I remember as a kid, like what?
There's no logical.
There's zero. If you Google
no-
Makuta Bones,
It'll come
you'll
up.
find nothing. Or maybe you'll find
You find
something.
the game.
You found a video of Chavez.
Wait, so how did the game? How did the
You
game
find a
go?
trampoline
How did the game?
and a pair of shorts on the ground.
Who made up the game?
This guy. It
Me.
wasn't me.
Okay,
yeah.
now you explain.
Explain how the game went.
Explain how the game worked.
Oh,
Yeah, we really,
You'd
yeah,
wanna
we really
explain
got
how-
so you find a group
of people.
of close friends, and one of you chooses to be Makuta. And Makuta just happened to, not wear pants. Okay, so essentially what it was this game where we'd all be on the trampoline, all four of us on the trampoline, and I would run around and so you imagine you're running around in a circle and I'm chasing them by doing cartwheels, right? Like I'm rolling and doing cartwheels. And then
Not cartwheels.
no, I like
ball, you're like a
no,
ball.
somersaults, like rolls, right? But
Oh. Oh my god.
but sometimes the pants weren't on. So there's just this thing coming at you.
It was just you. You're the only one with no.
It was just me.
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't a selection.
I don't remember there's no pants.
No, no one else wanted to be Makuta. It was just
You
me.
just wanted to be.
It was just me. So I would chase around.
This variation had a different name.
What?
I don't remember.
Wait.
It was called Chunky.
Oh. Where did I come
Makuta
with
Bones
that?
was with the pants on.
Oh, the evolution
and
was
Chunky
chunky,
was with the pants on.
which
my
makes
God.
plenty of sense actually.
This is so weird. I forgot all. I erased this from my
That's
memory.
such a
I
foreign
can
memory.
barely remember this at all.
Oh my god.
that-
It
that
was,
is
we were
like
young.
my-
We were young.
that's
I
my
remember
first memory
it'd be
of
dark, 7 o'clock. The one downlight would be shining
Yeah.
down, mosquitoes everywhere, and there's just
I
rolling
thought you were
down.
gonna say Cops and Robbers when
Oh,
we
we
used to play
Cops
that.
and Robbers was
as
good.
well.
That
I
was a good
remember
one.
we used to have so much fun playing that, and then one time we came back trying to play it, and we're like, we are too old. This is not fun.
Yeah, right.
This is like the worst game
Yeah,
ever.
it's like, oh, the light's not on you, but I can still see you. Like, it's like 6:30 or something.
You want to get food? We
Yeah.
can go somewhere if you want. I think they were the main memories we had were games. A lot of the memories.
but
I
it was
remember.
it was like made up games.
Yeah.
we were always like innovating with new ideas, like different ways
so
to have fun.
bases, what you mentioned.
Bases
before.
is such an iconic.
But it's literally just who's got the balls to say the most outlandish thing that the other person
There was
can't beat it.
So wait,
It was
I'll-
literally
yeah,
no
wait,
rules.
wait,
There was no rules.
let
like,
me
this-
explain. There were rules, but let me explain how
but
the game
half the
goes.
fun was just setting it up.
So yeah, so first we can play it at either person's home ground. So if it's at Weibo's house, then it's Weibo's home ground, and we play with Weibo's toys,
Yeah.
right? Whatever toys are available in that house. Same goes if it's our home ground, like me and Chavez, then we play with our toys. So it's always different. You get different soldiers, right? But the way it works is you kind of have a draft with the toys,
yeah.
and you
Oh,
pick
there was a draft
yeah,
too.
and you pick
One.
one toy at a time to take for your army, right?
Yeah.
And so after the draft is done, all the toys are selected. Then
You have
for
a
some
setup
reason,
phase. There's a setup phase.
both of our houses are the way that they were just coincidentally. There's a long hallway,
Yeah.
and then on each side of the hallway
There's a room.
are bedrooms.
Yeah.
Right. Both houses. This is the setup. Just insane.
Yeah,
right?
it was the
so-
exact same setup.
It would be 2-on-2, right? One team would go into one room, the other team would go into the other.
I think it was always me and you versus.
Yeah,
Kees-
actually,
Kees
I
and
never
Chavez.
remember being.
And I distinctly remember being the one that was sucked. So I remember being Chavez would be all right, Carmen would be I know I'm dragging the team down here.
It's just a nerf Chavez.
You're gonna have to just
It's the nerve Chavez.
Yeah. So
you couldn't really drag anyone down though because it was
But-
literally made up. I remember.
I know,
yeah.
you couldn't drag the team down, but whenever you told me anything, I just believed it. So like that's why I would suck, because you would be like, oh,
You can't call out
I have
people,
a force
yeah.
field here that you can't get through, and I'm like,
Yeah. So
okay,
wait.
I believe you.
So the way that the game worked was, it's like turn based. So there's a setup phase where you set up your base. So you set up your soldiers, and like right where the door is, like the doorway, like the doors are open obviously, but you would have like sort of like your army just waiting for your defenses and stuff. Pretty much, like, long story short, you would take a turn and you'd pick a soldier or a toy, and you just come up with something that
you
it's
make a
capable
story
of.
of like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy went and attacked, or he did something.
Yeah.
And
But
then
you gotta like tell them about how you like win the game. You gotta like that power source. You'd have one item in your
Oh,
room.
so for people who play League, there's like a nexus, like
Dude, this was League and
Whoa, this was
NBA
real
drafting before we even knew what any of this
This is
was.
true.
This is real life League.
Yeah.
But the
Nexus.
turn based was like you pick a toy and you just decide what it does. So like I remember, I picked like a Woody, right, like from Toy Story, and I'm like, oh yeah, Woody is like, his arms are floppy because they're like mechanical like chainsaw things that they're just like droop around, and when I throw them at your base, everything that he touches is destroyed.
Yeah.
And then that was the rule.
Yeah, you just make.
So my turn was like me just piffing Woody across the board. And then whatever it touches, it's just dead.
I remember
Right?
like make up all these like stories, but at the end of the day, it just came down to I'm throwing this inside that room.
Yeah.
and trying
Yeah,
to hit
it
something.
started so elaborate,
Yeah.
and there's like, oh, like I need to see ID to get
Yeah.
through the gate,
Yeah.
and then like towards the end, and it would always be like, this would only happen when our families would go to each other's houses.
Yeah.
So eventually, my mum's like, oh, like we're leaving in 30 minutes. And Cody's like, oh, okay. And he just piff Woody and all these other things across there.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just like, we were actually so creative. Like,
We were.
I feel like
Yeah.
the setup phase went for like 2 hours.
Oh,
And like,
that's so
it was like me and
good.
Cody in the room, like being like, oh, we can do this. If they ever do
So
this,
elaborate.
this can do this.
Yeah.
Like, there's minefields all in the floor,
Yeah.
so no one can get past.
Oh yeah, it'd be like, oh, so there's like, I don't know, like a Lego or a Lego block, and it's like way at the back of the bedroom. It's like this controls an invisible force in the whole doorway, and whatever they throw, if it goes to the doorway, they're destroyed, and the only way to destroy the force field is to destroy the Lego box,
which is on the inside of the force.
That's
field.
like under the bed,
inside.
in the corner, like in the shoebox. Like there's like no way of destroying it.
The way to win was to bullshit enough and convince them that you're being legit. Like,
Yeah.
whatever you were saying.
Yeah,
You just have to like break someone down enough.
I mean, like at that age, we were like 10, 9 probably, something like
Yeah.
that. And Chavez is like 13, so he's already he's got more common sense, and you can be more deceitful than you can just. It's pretty easy to see like.
I think I
9-year-old
was
kids.
pretty like, it was a combination of being confident and just very manipulative as
Yeah,
well.
and it just worked. Like we just believed everything you said. Like, oh yeah,
And I was like 7 or like.
I was like, you're just there for the ride.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just like anything anyone tells me, I believe.
oh, I'm just happy to be here, guys. Yeah.
I remember the times we used to do, we'd be playing, and if there was like a stealth unit. I remember this sometimes where all the bases, so like the middle of the hallway would be no man's land, full of
Yeah.
just like all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then the base was the thing where we were like, yep, the gate only comes up for like these certain people. There's one time we tried to do like a stealth mission. I think this is over here. I remember you and I were on the same team because like we were always on the same team, and we had this plan to do like some sort of stealth mission where we infiltrate. But to do that, we have to be there the whole time, right? So we like would drive to the gate. I remember, like, you and I would be on our hands and knees, like driving to the gate, and we're like, oh, like we're doing a stealth mission. And you'd see us like creeping up to you, and we'd get to the front gate, and you'd have to. I somehow convinced you to let us in because like, hey, this is a stealth mission,
We're the police.
and you're like, oh, okay. So the gates would go up, and then I'd have to like step over your gate and take my little guy. And then I just start causing shit. I start knocking stuff over and pushing it. And Cody's like, oh, but it's a stealth mission. What do I do? I don't know anything. I'm like knocking down Woody and like...
No, but I remember you doing it. Like you take out your little soldier guy out of the car, and then you start like walking around. Boom! Just smacking like, oh yeah. It
Like,
was
why,
such a good.
why did we used to go along with this? Like,
We
were
didn't
so
know any
fun.
better.
Because that was all.
That's the rules.
Back then, that's
Just
all
the
you're
rules.
thinking about. You're never
Yeah.
thinking about what you're going to do next or what's scheduled for tomorrow. And like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, like how far can I throw Woody? because that's all I'm focused on at the
I just
moment.
can't believe like how gullible like we were.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh, it's a
Chavez-
stealth mission. Like I can't do anything about it.
I don't know if you were part of this case, but Chavez told us this story one time. I think I've said it on the podcast, or maybe one that didn't get released. Like
Oh, is this about the
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yes.
So you told us
Oh,
this was like right when I think the Yu-Gi-Oh movie just came out. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
And there was a card in the movie.
It was the Pyramid of Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this.
What? I don't remember this at all.
Well, like the Pyramid of Light, that was like the master card or whatever.
Yeah.
But none of us had it.
Pretty sure the movie was called The Pyramid of Light. So
Yeah.
that card was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole premise was like finding this hidden card to beat the Egyptian god cards.
Yeah.
I
And
remember that. Yeah.
like none of us had it. So I don't know why we believed Chavez when he said like he had the only one in the whole entire world. And he went along and he told us that he had this card and all his friends wanted it and that like it ruined his life because he was getting fake friends. His friends were turning on him and like
can you elaborate on that?
Okay, so I remember there were 5 unique cards you could get from the Pyramid of Light movie. So when you go in, I never forget. I went in. I think Mum took. Did we go together?
Yeah, we did.
We did together. So you check in your ticket, and there'd be like someone to check in, and they'd give you just a random 1 card pack, and it had 1 of 5 cards that were all featured in the movie. One of them was the Pyramid of Light, which was like the main one, except what it did in the movie and what it did in real life were completely different.
Oh, typical Yu-Gi-Oh.
Typical Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
But back then you didn't care. I'm like, the picture matches, that's it.
Yeah, that's all you want.
So I really wanted the Pyramid of Light. I opened it up, and it was the worst one.
Oh, the Anubis one. The Curse of Anubis.
No, even worse than that. It was a weird Karibo one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was like a version of Karibo that pops up in the movie.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
really disappointed. So I just made up I had the Pyramid of Light.
Oh,
But back in primary school, we were so into Yu-Gi-Oh that we had this little corner that we called Jeweler's Kingdom. This is back in the original first season.
oh my
where you
God,
had
Jeweler's
Starships,
Kingdom.
Pegasus, Jeweler's Kingdom, like you got to fight for keeps. So we had this little corner and everyone was obsessed with it. And I came back from school.
Wait, can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
Was that?
was that just your I don't remember.
No, I remember Jules King. Was that in front of the courtyard with the tree? And it
Yeah,
had
the
streets
tree
around
and leading, and it was that classroom
like where
led to the
Mr.
IT
Bull's
hall.
shed was. Like
Yeah,
the big
it was
shed.
it was
Not
the
small- not
closest
small one, the
classroom.
really big one.
It was the closest classroom to the IT desk and also to the portables. And there was that tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
That little corner.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's the
Jeweler's Kingdom.
Jeweler's Kingdom.
I-
Oh,
I remember like just
man.
like seeing all like the older kids like playing there and be like, oh, what if we go over there? And like, nah, don't go over there.
Yeah, the Shadow Realms.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I made up I had this card the next day, and everyone just believed it, and they asked like to show it. So I just said, I was like, oh, I can't show it to you.
Wait, was this to more than just me?
No, so I lied to everyone. Everyone.
I thought it was just us. Like,
Oh,
So well,
my
the
Lord.
the problem is I would like make up stuff when I play bases, and then I would come to school and just keep making stuff up.
Just carry on.
I'm like, I infiltrated a base. You think I can't get away with the Pyramid of Light? I'm gonna keep going. And then eventually, I got myself into a bit of trouble and said that I had a jewel disc. I just kept talking, and then eventually I'm like, yeah, like it's in my jewel disc. And one of my friends called me out, and he had a jewel disc and was like, well, bring it and we'll play. I was like, oh, the Pyramid of Light, it's like too strong. And he's like, if you don't bring it, then I'm like, I'm going to say you're scared. He said something like that, whatever the year 5, year 4 equivalent was.
The hair's starting to match the
You're
story now. Like you look like you're from the actual anime. Yeah.
It's tough to talk about, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I remember I came back to school the next day and just gave everyone my deck because I was so ashamed of lying to the point where everyone was looking forward to like this one-on-one duel. And I remember I just gave all my cards away and was like, I don't want to play anymore.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, and that stopped.
Just to fulfill the lie. So that was like.
So I'm like, so I lied. So taught like that's one of the main things that like.
That is.
That's the first
funny.
like lying consequence. I lied so much about Yu-Gi-Oh that eventually I became so ashamed because people thought I had a dual disc, and it all started from the stupid Karibo card. So I just gave my deck away,
Oh.
and then I don't think I played Yu-Gi-Oh after that. I think that was, and then I discovered Jesus. And then
It's very
went
sad.
from there.
To interrupt
You
on this
do that,
though, you like passed down this trait of lying to Cody because I remember there was a period of time where Cody would just tell us like a story for like 10 minutes.
We're back.
We're back.
What's up?
Yeah.
And now just say again, like,
Oh,
you passed
like,
down the lying.
Wait, what? Why? Wait, what? Am I missing something?
That's what you said.
Why did you yell though? Oh no.
I was just making emphasis.
Oh, sorry.
Something a liar would say.
Are you lying to me? You know what I realized though? We forgot to put the TV on, but it's too late.
Oh, nah. Put it on. Turn it on. Turn it on.
Oh, is this gonna randomly turn on during the middle of the thing?
Yeah,
Is
just
it
do
plugged
it.
in?
Just do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This we'll leave this in. This is fine.
It's loud. You'll get used to it.
You get used to it. Trust it. Alright, alright.
Makes a weird
I think that's
Yeah,
what
no.
TVs. I think that's what these TVs just always sounded like. We're just not used to.
Yeah,
it
we
anymore.
just.
Yeah, no, it's good. Do I?
We're just
It's
spoiled.
good for content. Yeah.
Yes. Something goes better.
All right. So
Anyway, yeah, Chavez like just confessed that he used to lie to everyone at school and he got ashamed and everything. But I'm pretty sure he passed that down to Cody, because there was a period of time there where like every time we like hung out, he would like come to us with his story. It would be go for like 5 to 10 minutes. He'd just tell us this massive story, and it was always like outlandish and outrageous. But like us being that age, we like just believed it.
yeah.
And then right at the end, he'd be like, "And everything I just told you was all made up." And I'd be like,
Yeah.
"What a
Wait.
waste of time."
This was on a regular basis as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I don't know how we didn't clock on like when you started saying like dumb shit. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Cody's lying again.
I can't remember the story. Like, I think maybe once I was like, oh yeah, one time like, oh no, I remember once I was like, yeah, okay, so I haven't told you guys this, but every day at about 9:30 p.m., like I just can't control my body, and it just and it just
Stuff like this.
and it just starts to like, you know, like sometimes like I punch walls, like my body just like my limbs can just do things that I can't control.
Woody.
And
Woody.
yeah, I got chainsaws
Did you use
for.
that at the principal's office?
Or I was like, yeah, sometimes like I sleepwalk, but I woke up in someone else's house and I had to quickly sneak out of their house. And then at the end I'd be like, and that was fake.
It would always end off with, "And that was all a lie."
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. Yeah, I didn't, because I
You never said it to me.
because you wouldn't believe me.
Because you were training whenever we were talking.
You were smarter than us, probably.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't believe it. You were like 3 years older than me, so you know.
I guess
Maybe
so.
Cody was training himself to see like how he would go with lying, and if he practiced lying enough, that he could lie to people and just like get away with it.
Well, you know what? We don't condone lying on the podcast,
Unless absolutely necessary.
but
Only in Among Us. That's it.
I'm a terrible liar.
only in Among Us. But yeah, I don't lie anymore. So, and that's a fact, except for that. But
Except for when you say your play is the best. Let's not get into that.
No,
That's
cut that. Cut that.
yeah, yeah.
No,
But yeah,
I,
no,
I suck at lying.
I just remember, yeah, we've got like so much history since. Well, I've known Weibo since grade 1, and then we pretty much became like our families bonded like pretty much the same year, I reckon.
Mm.
So I don't know, it's just crazy things, like crazy history. Me and Weibo didn't talk for years.
I think all of us like grew apart, especially
yeah.
after during high school.
Yeah,
Like our family. Oh, we were like the joining factor, I guess, in our
Yeah.
families,
Mm.
and then we stopped talking because we went to different high schools,
yeah.
and then
We had
was
massive falling
obviously-
out.
yeah, big punch on.
Yeah, massive punch on.
Punch on. One lie too many.
Weibo lost.
Do you guys actually punch on?
No, I don't think we've ever had
We've
an
never had an
argument.
argument. I
No,
don't think.
I don't think so.
You guys would have to like lie. to
Until
have
this
it.
podcast, and now we fight like on the daily. So
Yeah.
like we're actually okay. Now we sound like a now we
Like
sound
a married couple.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, I guess maybe we get into like what people did once we separated. Case became probably
yeah. Tell us a bit about what you do, Case.
Like after we separated, like from primary school to high school, or
Yeah, just whatever.
you know what
yeah.
I think would be interesting talking about like your rugby, because you're probably
Oh, yeah.
one of the most gifted athletes that I've seen.
That's the nicest thing I've heard you say about him.
I've never heard you say anything like that.
Yeah,
to me
that is
in
the
my life.
nicest thing I've heard you
Hey,
say
that's
about your brother.
because
You heard it here first. He just opened up to me.
On camera, yeah.
because
Yeah.
I can still
Speaking
beat
of
him.
lying,
in,
can you just say it?
I can still beat him. Yeah.
Really?
I can still beat him in sports, but
All sports?
What kind of sports are we talking about?
Yeah, what sports?
any sport I have a chance to beat
Like
him.
digital sports? Or like
No, probably not. He's
Look-
better than me at video games.
No, he can really fluke a basketball shot every now and again, but that's
That is
about it.
true.
But I beat you more times than you beat me.
I don't know about now.
I don't think you should count like any games played before the year 2014. Everything after that, I think is fair.
I don't think we used to even play basketball that.
Um,
But don't worry, he just thinks I always fluke it, but it's actually skill.
Oh, but like at this point in time, like where's the fitness at? Like,
Where the fitness?
Where's the fitness?
Don't
at?
worry, I got
No,
one good game of me.
That is fair, actually. Where is the fitness at?
See, Case wasn't making eye contact. He was looking down a little bit.
I was like, where's the fitness at?
So, okay, who's the better athlete today, right now?
Oh, him for sure.
Oh, okay, well, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But not sitting down, obviously, in this room.
What?
What?
I mean, you're not the best athlete in this room, is what
Oh.
I'm saying.
How many?
Are you talking to Weebo or are you talking to Case?
No, I'm just saying.
He's
Yeah,
saying,
to who?
He's saying he's the best
That's
athlete in
just-
the room.
I didn't
With the
say.
torn Achilles,
I didn't
mate.
say that.
Shut-
I said I won't do it.
Oh,
No, it's alright.
It's probably a closer comparison with you and I on like in terms of who could be like a better athlete like today.
No, it's not. It's not even close.
Yeah, you couldn't keep up to that.
It's literally not even close.
No.
We're not even debating right now, but it's literally not even close.
I don't think you remember.
Yeah. Remember what?
Actually, no, I'm not gonna finish that.
Remember what?
Nah.
I mean,
Okay.
you can't count when you guys were kids though, because you were like so much older than him.
No, but Cody was still
I
like Cody was like a beast for a long, long time.
That's the nice thing I heard him say about me.
But these days, I don't know.
We have to test it out.
We've both like
Maybe in like 2 years' time. Actually, you know what? Never, because I'm never gonna.
Yeah,
test it
no,
out
no,
again.
no.
You lost your chance. You lost your chance. All
You
right.
retired from
Yeah.
all sports.
I had to retire. You know,
One
the
more
you know,
match.
all good things must come to an end.
But yeah,
So you just did it playing basketball.
Yeah.
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 right.
Yeah.
It's like the worst way. As
So what do you
well.
actually do? Do you tear a ligament or?
My
His
Achilles tendon.
ruptured.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not good.
And
Yeah.
I did this one like 2 years ago as well.
Oh shit.
So both of them are snip snip.
Oh damn.
So it's not about me, but I just remember you being. I remember all of us being like talented with sport.
Well, all of us played rep sport at some
Yeah,
level.
literally all of us played rep.
I think Case was the highest. Like Case was the best. at
Yeah,
rep.
you-
you traveled like pretty much a lot of Australia playing rugby.
Mm.
Yeah, like I feel like if I had the mentality now, or back then, as what I do now, I probably would have like given it a better shot. I don't know. I just wasn't in like the right mindset for it back then when I was a kid. I just wasn't ready for that.
Cause you were at a high level when you quit and stopped playing.
Yeah, I was like playing high level, but I feel like my heart and my head wasn't really in it.
Yeah, you didn't enjoy it. I don't
Yeah.
think.
I reckon. I don't know if you felt this, but I know I kind of felt it with my experiences, like playing that sort of higher level of sport. But like you kind of see yourself, oh, I'm good. You know, I'm good. I've made it this far, so I should be doing this. I should be playing this sport.
Yeah.
Or I should be making these teams because
Yeah.
I'm good. But just because you're good at something doesn't mean you enjoy it necessarily, or that you're, you know, it's your
Yeah.
passion. I don't know if that's something that.
I
correlates
don't
with
know. I
you.
just like had this like constant pressure of like I have to be good. I have to be better than like the people around me, and it was more of like a when I rock up to training or something and be like, oh, you better not like mess this up, or like you better like not like make mistakes and stuff.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's like gonna be detrimental or something. And that was just like a toxic attitude that I had towards myself, which was not good.
Mm.
That's why I like stopped enjoying it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember when you stopped, and I was so surprised because for your, I remember you never played in your own age group because it
Yeah.
was just unfair.
Yeah.
Well, you were at like Melbourne Storm rep, bottom age when you quit. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna make it, but that's the highest level in Victoria that you could be at,
Yeah.
probably.
Mm.
But yeah, you were just. I just remember you were a freak. You were like the biggest, fattest kid running state 100 meters and like.
Oh, that
Oh
was,
my
that was
lord!
funny. I remember
Athletics
like
days, bro. Athletics days. We were all competing and winning. I remember
when,
that.
You know when you play like FIFA and you make like a character, and you put all his stats like full, but he's just like really fat. And It just looks funny. That's literally what he was like.
because I remember
Is that a
like
compliment? I don't know.
I
No,
feel like
he was big. He would play rugby and literally.
Yeah, you were.
Like,
Yeah,
especially
you were
when he
a
was
unit.
younger, it was like give him the ball and it's just like an automatic try. It's like he was like he was a cheat code. Like,
But you know what I felt like I was? Like, you know, Diesel, how he's like big, but he thinks he's small and can fit into small gaps.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think, what I thought back in the day. Because I remember like doing 100-meter sprints and like thinking everything's normal. And then one time they recorded the Victorian, like the state championships. And like they showed me the video. And I'm like, do I look that big on the track? I was like, he's huge. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah.
But, like,
He's huge.
all the other kids were like way smaller. And I'm like, what? Is that me? I didn't realize
And
how big I
even-
was.
It was so crazy because you were a year younger than everyone else in your year level. That's correct,
Yeah.
yeah. But you would even compete at like play against people in my year level,
Yeah,
which was insane. So like really, you're playing people that are like 2
older.
years or even like 3 years older than you.
Yeah,
That's insane. So just that kind of shows how much of a tank you were.
but I think also I was primed from young to like be able to play people older than me because I would always compete against him,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
and
That's a
I'd
good
always
point, yeah.
I like held myself to that standard, and it was always like be able to compete with them. So I was never like really compared myself to people my own age.
He was so competitive. Like anything
Yeah.
that we did, he would just like he couldn't lose.
Yeah.
Like table tennis, like if he lost, he'd be like, "We need to play again." Like I'm not
Yeah.
leaving until we play again.
Bad.
He loses in basketball. Like we have to play one more game.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
like,
that.
he-
yeah.
And it was specifically with you,
yeah.
only you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if it was against like you or like Chavez, like didn't matter. But if it was against him, I would like have to.
Yeah, I remember that.
FIFA used to
Oh,
throw
FIFA was the worst.
throw controllers at
But
me.
because
like,
I was not the best at FIFA. Like I wasn't the best player at FIFA, but like because it was competing against him, like I
You had
wanted to
be
win.
good at it.
Like the desire to win was there, but the skill wasn't there.
he got to a point where he just like, and if he knew he couldn't win, he just wouldn't play.
Yep.
Anymore.
Far out.
Yeah.
I don't think we had that. I mean, I think you were just better than me at everything, and I just accepted it.
When it came to games, yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing I really couldn't top you on was sports. I mean, because like you were a freak when it came to basketball. Even though I played rep as well, I was always just I was good because it was tall, whereas you were good because of like just like your natural athletic ability. I think you're like aggression as well. Like a lot of why you were good at basketball is stuff you can't really teach that well, like attitude wise.
Yeah. I mean, it helps when you're a foot taller than everyone else as well. But then you retain that height for the rest of your life.
We just both grew like really young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
We're tall from ages.
I reckon I've been this height since I was about 13. I just never grew after
You think
that.
so? I think you've
Yeah,
gotten
'cause-
nah. You've gotten a bit taller from you grew up between like not as much, but like from like 13 to like 18. Kind of
Maybe,
noticed.
yeah. But I just remember from ages like 6 to about 13, I was always like taller than everyone, and it wasn't even close. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna be like 6'10", when I grow up. And
I think every kid thinks they're gonna be.
well,
like,
because
really
I was literally the tallest player everywhere I went, from like up to the age of 13. And I'm like, well, and I wasn't tall and lanky. I was tall and like
Sturdy.
yeah. And it was I fit my body, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't grow. And growing up, I mean, we talked about this last week, but like I was taught to be like a center, like a post player.
Mm.
Didn't really work my shots or dribble because I'm not dribbling the ball. I'm not shooting the ball. I'm just manhandling every
Just 'cause
like
you're the
little
tall kid, yeah.
8-year-old
Mm.
kid. And then as I grew up older, then I don't know how to shoot properly. I don't know how to
That
dribble.
was the opposite of Case. He was the big kid and he played the smallest position and he picked on all the little.
That
kids.
is so sick. That is so sick.
See, I think it was funny though because like the way Dad brought us up, he wanted us to always be like switched on and like know what's going on.
Mm.
So when I got in the rugby field and they have like all these kids of like some of the big kids would just like run hard, even though I was still like as big as them. But then a lot of them weren't really clued on to what was going on. And the coach would be there and be like, oh, here's this like one kid that actually knows what he's doing. So we'll make him like the guy that runs the team. So I'd be like out there and I'd be like the biggest kid playing the position which like runs the team, which is usually like the smallest guy.
Yeah.
And I'm just playing that position. And then like they just pass me the ball and just like run the field.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I remember this one time in like, it must have been like under 12s or something. And then the coach came up to me. I think I had like 4 tries on the game so far. And then the coach came up to me. He's like, can you like run it to the end and then like wait for your teammates to come through and like give it to them so they can score a try? And I was like, sure, I can do that. So like I just went out and did that.
Oh my
It was
lord.
funny as.
How funny is that?
4 tries is like. That's like people's max. Like I don't think I've ever scored 4 tries in one game. And that was just
I
like
think
a
I've done-
regular.
I think I've done 6. I
That's
think
just like
the
a regular
record.
game for you.
6 tries.
I think 6 was my max.
Mm.
But that was like still like under 13s or 14s or something.
Did you ever do rugby, Cody? I remember like when
Yeah, I think when I was like 6.
did you do it together?
For like one season. Yeah.
I remember I did soccer, and then
You did soccer. I think we both. Yeah, we both definitely
so-
played.
we both played
But
soccer.
I played like I hardly played. I think I don't think I played. No, I don't think I played at all. I think it was just you. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not actually.
I don't think I played at all.
We
But
played
yeah.
school soccer. We played like every sport. in
We
school.
played. Yeah.
Like me and you, I think we're in every single team.
Yeah. We made the
What?
soccer team. We made the basketball team. We made
Volleyball team.
volleyball teams. Yeah.
Basketball and volleyball just goes.
Hand in hand. Yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
it's so good.
But I remember playing soccer, and I was the goalkeeper, and
Oh, I would hate that.
I was a gun. I was the best goalkeeper. I swear to God, I
don't
loved
remember
it.
this. I just remember like lunchtime soccer's like at Queen of Peace, like
Ball goes
between
over
the
fence.
trees, like that's
Between
your
the
goal.
trees.
Between the trees.
No, but like one goal would be here, so like the tree. This is like 2 tree stumps, and the other one would
Can you
be
remember?
like here.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the
So the pitch is like this.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
but the goal size were completely different. So back at our old primary school, the 2 trees would be say about there. But the other goal, not only is it like 40 degrees this way, but it's also 3 times the size as well,
Size.
because it's just normal like chain stumps where you link chain to chain.
Yeah, it's just nature. It's not like
Yeah, so
actually,
one was like Mother Nature, and the other was just these 2 small stumps that were like a quarter
or
of.
or you'd get jumpers. I
Yeah,
remember
you
that.
put
Or
jumpers on
jumpers,
the ground.
yeah.
Jumpers, yeah.
And you have no post, so like there's always the argument, like when you take a shot, oh that hit the post,
Yeah,
no,
hit
it was
the
a goal,
post, it's
100%.
No, I was
My
off the
jumper
crossbar
clearly
and in.
moved.
Yeah.
The button's no longer on
that was
there.
over the top. Nah, I hit the crossbar. Like,
Oh man, yeah. I loved Queen of Peace. Honestly, like primary school, that was so much fun. I remember getting into so many fights, mainly because I was just a crazy kid.
Opposite. We're literally in school.
And
the
you were, yeah, I mean,
polar opposite.
you were the teacher's pet. You know, had all the friends, popular school captain, and then you had just this little brother, this troublemaker
Crazy
little
one.
brother, coming up to you in tears every second day because I'm
That was-
caught a fight with like someone that's
that
like
was
3 years
Case as
older
well.
than me.
Case used to get
Me
in
and you
fights with
were similar, yeah.
I just think
I didn't-
it's the
I
little
didn't-
brothers.
Yeah, it's just
It's the
like
little brothers.
they just
man.
don't know when to stop. You know, like
I think the little brothers like growing up have this like identity of like trying to prove ourselves. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
it's got to be.
I was always known as, oh, you're Chavez's brother. I'm sure you got that with we. Oh, actually, maybe not because you're probably a superstar kid. You know.
no, like
Did
I
you get
would-
Case's brother?
Nah, actually, I
That would've been
didn't.
so
Nah,
funny.
you're
I didn't
Case's
do-
supervisor, aren't you?
No, I would get Weebo's brother from like the older kids, but like obviously not the kids in my.
Oh yeah, but yeah, older kids and even teachers as well. Like
Oh yeah, from the teachers when I'd like go up a grade. Oh, you're Weebo's brother. Yep. that's
yeah,
me.
but even, I remember just having this. Not like I didn't have anything against you. Obviously, you did nothing wrong, but it was like. I'm Chavez's brother. This
Yeah.
sucks. Like I'm Chavez's brother, and then yeah, obviously, like I just didn't care anymore.
Your mind
was like,
starts playing
whatever.
trick, like doing the role, like Eddie, George, Chavez's
Oh,
brother.
I remember
Chavez's brother,
actually.
yeah.
I remember one time in like grade 3, maybe. There was a teacher who loved you, and we had her for a substitute teacher. And at the end, like before recess, she was like letting out everyone, but only table by table.
Hmm.
And so she was like calling out, "Oh, this is Timothy's table, and this is Ben's table." So like Tim's table, you can all leave, and then be like Ben's table, you can all leave. And then she goes to our table, and she's like, Chavez's brother's table, you can all leave. I'm like, this is a violation. I got a name, lady. Come on.
Did you actually
Yeah.
think that in primary school though? Like high school makes complete sense because that's around the time where you start to learn about who you are as a person and hormones going over. But like primary school, did you ever feel that at all? Like did you,
What do you mean? Like as in that sort of?
yeah, as in the whole being the younger brother. Did you
Primary school, I felt it. High school, nah, I was fine. High school, I was
Well, yeah,
just
I thought it was. I would have thought it was like vice versa.
no. Primary school, because you were school captain, and
Mm.
everyone knew you, like teachers, even parents. I don't know. You're just this like, you played Jesus for
The
God's sake
prodigy.
in a
You're the
I
prodigy
did.
son.
yeah
I did play
in
Jesus.
a play or whatever. So
I'm still playing him now.
so everyone, yeah, Jesus Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan. Oh god. So it's like Kamehameha, it's like wine. Destructive disc, like just like
Where
like
they go to
pita
check
bread
on him
or
like
something.
3 days later and he's not there. Dun, 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 dun. It's like behind them.
Surely this is like politically wrong. I don't know. I feel like yeah. Anyway, I remember you were just the prodigy kid, in primary school. Then in high school, that's when I started getting better at basketball, and then I was like, I got a lot of friends because I was good at basketball. Like that's where I kind of got my popularity and stuff. And then, I mean, I feel like it's getting to that point now where I'm like, I've talked about this before on the podcast, but you soon realize that like popularity and stuff is pretty obsolete in the grand scheme of things.
Well, it is once you, I guess, get out of that environment. Like when you grow up in high school, you know nothing but high school.
Yeah.
Like that's your Monday to Friday job.
Exactly. Yeah.
All your friends come from there. If you happen to socialize outside of school, and it's not like extracurricular activities like sport, then you've got it's pretty rare. Like if someone's not from school, it's because you know them from a sports team or because of their family.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no one else you can talk to.
Yeah.
And then
because you don't do anything,
you've got
you're
no
not
other-
independent, so you don't have those interactions with
Exactly.
randoms,
So that, of course, that's going to be like you'll be on it and all. It's even the same if you're an adult. Like if you're working somewhere full time and that's just what you do and not like that's it.
Oh, it's different as an adult.
It's different, but it's still the same. Like
I know, it's kind of like that for me now. It's basically I either know people from work or my friends from high school, and there's like not much else apart from that.
Yeah, but the perspective is like it's different now.
It's different for you though.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what happened with you then, because
All right. So you
went to like after. Well, we just talked about school. Then you. How about the end of school? What happened and going into university?
So like, coming towards the end of school, got like a pretty okay like ATAR. And
okay, you got a good ATAR. You got into what you wanted to get into.
Yeah, so I got enough because going through high school and I don't know, growing up, it was all like you're gonna go to uni, so there was like no alternative. Looking back at it now, I probably shouldn't have went to uni.
Yeah.
Most people looking back now.
I could have seen the signs when I was in high school for sure. Like zero effort.
But
Didn't really try.
Let's not get this wrong either. You were very strong-minded about getting into the course you wanted to.
Yeah,
And you thought like that was like you were dialed in on that.
because I wanted to like achieve the
best
the
score.
goal, right? Like you want to do what you're supposed to do. You don't want to just fail. Like I feel like it's like fear of failure probably.
Did you feel like you sort of tricked yourself into thinking if you don't get into this specific goal that you've set or you don't reach a certain goal?
Oh, then I'm a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even though I had that mentality, I still like didn't want to put in enough effort to as much as I probably should have. But somehow I still got the goal. So like got into uni, went to Melbourne Uni, and then it just got worse from there because like I was there, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't really like have any goals in mind. I was like, I'm just here because I'm just here because I'm meant to be here, not because I want to be here.
Yeah.
So like didn't really feel like rocking up to classes, skipped heaps of classes. I stayed there for like a year. Like after my second semester, I kind of knew I was going to leave, but I couldn't really find a way like in my head of like getting out, like what I was going to do or anything. So I kind of just like stayed in for another semester. But that last semester, like I knew I was leaving for sure. So I like
how were your grades in that last semester?
I like barely rocked up to like anything. There's only
But
like,
how were your grades?
I asked the question.
no, I think like
Let him be. He's pouring his heart out.
the grades that I did, like I was getting like 50s, 60s. So I was like holding.
That's like passing, right?
Wait,
Did
you not like fail?
But I just didn't
3
rock up to any of my exams.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like my last
It's a
exams.
violation.
We just straight up didn't rock up to the final exams.
My like for all my subjects for the final ones.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Even the first English one?
No, this is not high school. This is in uni.
Oh, uni.
This is uni.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, in uni, like I just didn't rock up to any of my like semester 3 exams, because I kind of like I was sort of passing, but then in my head I'm like, if I go to the exams and pass them, I know that in the back of my mind I might like just try to push and keep finishing. So I'm like, if I don't rock up to the exams, I know I'm not going back to uni, and that's kind of I wanted that because I knew that I was like unhappy.
Yeah.
And also at this time I was getting like real fat which was just it showed my like mental state where I was at. I was like not eating well and I wasn't like exercising at all.
I remember you were in like a slump where you weren't enjoying uni and you would just come home, go in your room and like either watch TV shows or play video games, and
Yeah.
like that was about it. Like we were living in the same house, but like I didn't see you because you
Yeah.
just like close your door, stay in your room all day.
Yeah, and it was just not healthy
Yeah.
at all. So yeah, I kind of like abruptly made myself, if I don't go to any of the exams, surely they're gonna kick me out, which means I can't go back, and that's kind of like what I wanted at the time. So I like left, and then I decided like I got to do something. Something like I know I want to be more hands on. I don't want to like sit and just read books all day. So I like had a look at my options, and then I saw like Defense Force, and I thought, oh, that's kind of like ticks a lot of the boxes, because I also wanted to like gain a little bit more independence.
Mm.
So I was like, that ticks the boxes, get paid, get a qualification. And I knew like there was that big thing of you got to like dedicate your life to it. Like you got to give them the time and they can send you wherever. But I was kind of up for that. I was kind of up for being like thrown to something new, which was, I was like, all right, we'll just do that. Like sign up for that. And at the time I was like pretty heavy. I think I was pushing like 123, 124 kilos,
Damn.
which is like, it's a big dude.
That's
Yeah.
a big ass boy.
So what do you weigh now?
About 104, 103 and a half,
Yeah, so that's like 20 kilos.
20 something
Jeez.
kilos ago.
Of extra
Crazy.
weight.
So I like signed up, and they're like, yeah, like this is like you're everything we want, but you're like not in the BMI,
Yeah.
which, so I was like, all right. So I just started like working out more, and I got to the right BMI, and then like took me in. Not like being in now, knowing that like BMI doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
for sure.
it's the ATAR equivalent
Yeah.
of your body.
The BMI doesn't matter at all, and like
I'm
I-
sorry.
I
you-
could've-
you- the horns. No, leave it. Oh. Like you, we're getting serious, and then I just.
look at the horns.
I was, I'm a pretty princess. So, you know.
Yeah. So
No.
what was I saying?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. No. You're
So I was just so
saying-
cute. I just didn't realize it.
So you said you finally hit the BMI, and they
Oh
took
yeah,
you in.
and then because I probably could have passed the fitness test when I was still heavy, but they wanted me to get to a certain BMI. Got to that, passed the fitness test, and basically they took me in like as quick as they could. So I think the process all up took about 6 months, but that was most of the time was me just trying to lose the weight to get in the right BMI, and yeah. So basically I've been training ever since then.
Jeez.
And you're
Yeah.
enjoying it in the Navy, yeah?
Yeah, like it has its pros and cons, obviously, but like I'm quite glad that I joined. Like where I'm at right now, like mentally and like physically, I'm pretty happy as opposed to before I joined.
Do you reckon it's like the people you're around as well? Because
Yeah.
like I don't know, I didn't particularly enjoy exactly what I was doing at uni, but I had a group of people around me that like we all got through it together and we all worked together as a group,
Yeah,
and it's like that camaraderie, even though it's like individual, like your tasks, like when you're doing it with someone else, it's more enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it definitely would have like made a difference because when I was at uni, like there was people that I'd talked to in like some classes and stuff, but I never like really clicked with anyone. There wasn't anyone that was like, oh yeah, like I want to be like good friends with you.
Yeah.
It was like a different. I feel like it was a different culture there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people like a lot of people that went, because I was at Melbourne Uni, a lot of people that went there were very determined, knew what they wanted, and were very headstrong about what they were doing, and very like hit the books and do their own thing.
Like competitive
Yeah,
against each other.
very competitive. Like there's people that wouldn't help you with stuff because they're like, oh, you're my competition for jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
Damn.
like this is.
That's yeah.
I
that's
felt
intense.
so out of place.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it can be
I felt-
polarizing if it's not, if you're not in the same, I guess, like headspace, have the same vision as
Yeah.
those around you. It's you feel like a complete alien.
I
But I'm
remember-
sure if like someone was in that same state of mind,
Mm.
they're like, oh yeah, let's like, let's kill everyone together, sort of.
Yeah.
What?
But if you're not, I'm saying like if you're like in the
What
same
are you
like sort of
saying?
headspace.
It's like let's kill everyone together.
Alright,
No,
anyway.
I said like no. I'm talking about like if you're like when you're in that competitive mindset, like like let's beat everyone.
Oh, okay.
you know.
Oh, okay. Let's.
I thought you meant like let's group up and kill someone.
No.
Wait, before we go off top, I just want to ask Case something. Like from your story, you said that like you went into uni and it wasn't for you, and then when you stopped because you didn't want to do exams and you wanted to give them a reason to not take you back, at that point, surely making the leap from being a uni student and going into the Navy, surely that's a really scary thing to do, a scary transition.
For sure, yeah.
So like for people listening, how was your experience with dealing with that sort of transition? And
that was tough.
Yeah.
Like that was obviously like the rockiest part of my life so far, and that was like it took a lot for me to say to myself that like I'm completely changing what I'm doing, because up until then my whole life has been like, oh, you'll do this and you'll do this and like finish this and do this, and then it came to a point where like I can't carry on this path of this is what you're supposed to do, and trying to pick something for yourself knowing that like it'll like impact the rest of your life and all this, it's real scary because you're like, it's on me now. I feel like it goes from your life being like a certain path, and your like, I don't know, parents and friends and socially like they dictate what you're supposed to do, and then now it's up to you because you're like, I know I can't do this, but now I've got to pick something.
Big facts.
It's like you're in that like limbo of like you don't know what's gonna happen, and you're not working towards anything when you're having to make that decision. Because I think I was kind of like that, not to the extent you were, but during COVID, I had just graduated. I started working a little bit, and then I lost work because of it, because of COVID.
Yeah.
And then I was in that for a long time. I was just in that stage where I was like applying for jobs, couldn't get anything, and I was just like, "Is this what I'm like?" Things aren't going to plan. Like now, I'm just unemployed. I've got my degree. I've done everything I was supposed to do, but I'm not where I'm supposed to be at yet. And it's like that headspace is really hard when you've been in that like cycle your whole life of I'm working towards something, and now like I'm not there. Like,
Which is funny you say that, because you went through something very similar to that. I don't know, when you went to uni.
Yeah, I did. So when I was I forgot I had this here. I don't know.
Are you consulting with him?
It's like looking back at my previous self. Yeah,
Should,
so before and after.
Should we tell him? Should we tell him?
It began with the pyramid of lights. No, so I guess mine was similar in a way. You know, I went from doing high school and choosing to do VC. My grades were like towards the final year, horrible. Like I was always pretty good at, you know, academics, never like a top achiever when it came to, you know, academia, but I was always involved in, you know, like leadership programs and, you know, like being involved in sports. But when it came to grades, I was like, fine, you know, like a B pluser, you know, not like the top. So I'm like, yeah, like I'll do VC, I'll study for something, I'll be fine. I think initially I wanted to do something related to like psychology or history. I just always had an interest in the two.
Yeah.
And then I remember the final year came and we started having like career counseling, and we started learning about what to do. And at the time, like, oh, like I guess one of those two wasn't like anyone. I don't think anyone in year 11 is like, this is my course, you know. And if you are, like, God bless. But most people like have an ATAR. I guess the next step is just to go and study, and then if something happens, great, and if not, you know. So I remember I went to this career session. And at the time, I was like obsessed with video games, like most people around then, like Call of Duty, Halo every day. And I'm like, yeah, like video games are pretty cool. Like, what if I do something maybe interactive? And I found a course that was video game designing, and it was at SAE over in South Melbourne. And I'm like, well, can I apply for that? And I remember the student council was like, oh, you can, but you know, there's no like ATAR requirements, so it's pretty open. But she tried to say it as if like that was a bad thing.
Yeah, like,
But all I heard was, wait, I don't need an ATAR. And she's like, yeah, but if you look to these ones that do have an ATAR, I'm like, wait, so I can make games without an ATAR? She's like, yes, but if you look at these ones over here, I'm like, no ATAR, zero ATAR to play and make games. And eventually I'm like, yeah, I'll just apply for it. So I applied to SAE and then to a couple of other unis. And usually the process is you apply and then you do your tests and then you get your ATAR and then they choose from there. And then before exams started, I'll never forget, like about a week or two beforehand, I got a letter from the school and they're like, congratulations, you made it. Before I feel like even started the exams. So I'm sitting there with this letter, and then I was at the library and I just did not study for the rest of my exams. And my ATAR was horrible.
Why would you?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, and even at that point, I'm like, school's fine, but you know, I've got like my dream course. I thought like the whole point of school is it's meant to set
the
you up
course,
for like
yeah.
your dream course. So if I've got it, isn't it just time to move on to the next thing? That's
Yeah.
like, like year 11 me talking.
I think that's like weird because it's like part of the problem. I think because I remember when I went to my careers counseling or whatever, I went there and then she was kind of like starts with how are your grades, and I was like, oh, these are my grades, and then they go along with like, oh, these are the courses you can get into with these grades. It's not like, oh, what do you want to do? What do you enjoy? It's more like, what can you get into with the grades you've got?
Big
Yeah.
facts,
Well,
yeah.
they're looking at you like, in terms of where you fit on the spreadsheet, which to be fair, excuse me, it is their job.
Yeah.
But I think it's the flawed way of it's why like I guess a lot of people complain about how high school is sort of structured, right? Because it kind of pressures you to be like, if you want to be an academic, do VC, get an ATAR, do uni. If you don't want to be an academic, then do VCAL and then do a trade and be hands on. You can go. They don't want to tell you that as soon as you finish high school, those things are helpful if you want to jump into something straight away. But at any point, at any time, you can choose to go and study or do any profession. You can just put your hand up and go for it.
Yeah.
If you knew that, then you'd be less willing to like apply yourself and work hard and study. I've never worked or studied as hard as I did in year 12. And I didn't study that much. And that was still the hardest year I've studied because I'm just like, it's really hard to do stuff you don't really feel like invested in doing.
Yeah.
But if you've got to do the work, but you've got some sort of interest in it and some sort of passion behind it, then you find a way to do it, and it's not really working hard. You're just doing what you want to do.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like at school you don't find they should do more to help you find what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I know coming out of school, I did not know what I want to do at all. Like I had no idea what I want to be, and I was just like, "You're good at this. You're good at this. Like this is what you should do." And that's what I ended up
I'm
doing.
like, and how are you supposed to know? Like
Yeah.
the teachers teaching probably don't know what they still want to do yet. They're just
Yeah.
teaching until they find the next thing. Some of them are like, this is it. The others are like, well, studying wasn't for me. I guess I'll just teach until.
Yeah, but they almost tell you that it's not okay to not know what you want to do.
Exactly.
yeah.
They pressure students, and these students are 16, 17, 18.
16.
What are you going through at that age? You're going through sort of like an identity crisis where you're trying to figure yourself out as a human being. On top of that, you have all these assignments you have to do, and if you get bad grades, then apparently, according to the system of high school and ATARs, you're not going to become successful. You're not going to get that dream job that you want, which is not true at all.
It's like it's a scare tactic.
Being a teenager is hard, and then adding all of this stuff on top of it, that's why you see so many. I mean, bring up the psych again, but you see so much cases of anxiety and depression and everything in young people. It's hard to be a teenager, and it's also hard to be to do VCE or even VCAL for that matter. Not in terms of like workload or what you're learning specifically, but why you're doing it. How many year 11s and year 12s do you know personally, either back when you were a year 11 or year 12 yourself, or people that you just know, young people that you know? How many people know exactly what they want to do, that have pinpointed their passion?
Not many.
It's rare.
Yeah.
And like knowing what I know now, like I could say that I probably would have done VCAL, and like for someone in like our school and like having the grades that I was getting, that would have been like literally unheard of. Like if I went up to the teachers and be like, I want to do VCAL, they would have been like, no. They might have not have let me. They might have like forced me to do VCAL. Like I'm not even kidding.
Jeez.
Like we laughed at Jason. Shout out to Jason Steele
yeah.
if he's ever on here. But he got like a crazy ATAR, and then he went off and just became a chef. Didn't go to uni or anything. He went to I don't know, is there a school for that, or it's just an apprenticeship pretty much. But yeah, we used to be like, you're so smart. Like you should go to uni. Like you have the grades to get in any course you want.
And then I remember us being like, that's so like weird. Like why would he not just do something better? But like we're like, why wouldn't you do something better? But it's not better. It's just like it's more selective course. That's
Yeah.
all
That's
it
what we've been
is.
told the whole time. Like
Yeah.
that is the better.
That's better,
So the
yeah.
same way that teachers would see, and it's not that teachers want to see us as like a number. It's
Yeah.
because the school says, look, the higher the scores, the more graduates, the more funding we get. So we need you to push these students.
And they
to
can
get
just
A
slap on the advertising.
Yeah.
Hey, our average ATARs
Like, it is-
are this high.
Yeah.
You know, send your kids to our school.
I mean, like when you're a student, you can't exactly see it like that. But I remember speaking to a lot of teachers who I got like, pretty close with towards the end when we graduated. They're like, like, yes, we're trying to push you and, be mentors when we can. But end of the day, like, this is a business and like we are employees in the same way. Will you go somewhere? Like, it's a mixture of what we want to do personally as people, our interests, our whatever, and a combination of where we are. If the boss says, we need this, like for this year, we need to average this ATAR, then that's what they're sort of there to do. So I think it sort of breaks down, I guess, the barrier a bit. Although I will say it does help to kind of go through that a little bit, like when you're young. Like I look back at VC and like that year last year, probably didn't need to happen. Probably one of the most stressful years I think I've ever had. God forbid if you have something bad happen, while you're trying to figure out being, as Cody said, being a teen, like my future is at stake for the next 12 months. God forbid something small happens, like with your personal life.
Yeah.
Like that was a horrible year for us, like year 12, and for you it was year 9.
Yeah, year 9.
Year 9. Like our parents went through a divorce, like that same year. We're in the middle of like moving houses. We were like all in disarray. So all of a sudden, school, which is like the be all and end all for 13 years, is just flown out the window because it's no longer a priority. And I think that's the first glimpse of like, what real life is actually,
Yeah. Things aren't going to happen when it's the right time for it to happen. It's just going to happen when it happens.
Literally, yeah.
Exactly, you know, and there's no textbook for that, There's no period 3 to study that. It just sort of happens to you. But it does build, adversity, helps you like overcome challenges, I will say. But yeah, no, it's interesting. If you're struggling at the moment, if you're doing VC or VCAL and you're wondering what to do, it's hard to say while you're
come
in
on the
bubble.
podcast. And
Yeah,
have a
but
chat
come
about it.
in, bring your homework.
It is like so
See
hard.
Councillor Cody.
Yeah.
It's so hard to understand. I know like some people tell you like, oh, like don't stress so much. It's like not that big of a deal. Like even though you put so much stress on yourself, like that'll only like make it worse. Just like take a step back, chill out. And like one thing I know that was like unheard of in our school, well not unheard of, but it was like kind of like frowned upon, was like taking a gap year. But like I wish I took a gap year. Like looking back at it now.
Oh, it's so.
Oh,
I
man.
think it should be emphasized and pushed like for the right. Like it should be encouraged because a lot of people I know have not known what they wanted to do, been confused, and as a result, they think that they're gonna set themselves up for failure. So they just go, I'll do this because if I don't pick something, then I'm gonna fail.
Yeah.
And then they end up picking whatever it is they do, go to uni, realize that they hate it, and they drop out. They defer in like their first or second year. So I think having a gap year it can be, if you're productive about it, either traveling or exploring your options. Doing whatever, even just having a break from VCE. I don't think it should be frowned upon at all.
I think like just as humans in general, that idea of being in limbo and not having a purpose is like really scary. And it is because I've like been in that position where you don't know what you're doing, you don't know why you're doing it, but you're just trying to figure things out. That is like the scariest place you can be in. But for me, that's probably the part of my life where I know that if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be where I'm at now.
Actually, that's good. Good that you said that because wanted to ask you just like one last question. I know people that have wanted to join the Navy or join the Army or like do some sort of leap of faith into that sort of area, and it's because they've come from studies or they're sick of their work or whatever. Yeah. To those people, like if you could say something to those people who are about to make that leap or are too scared to, like, do you have advice for those people?
Yeah, like it is a bit of a commitment in terms of like the time you give, but if you really aren't enjoying it, like there is ways to get out before your commitment's up. You can just be reservist, but for me personally, it's been the best decision I've made in my life. So I could only like recommend it. Like it's obviously going to come with cons and stuff, but I'd recommend it to people that are like kind of trying to find where they're at. I think it was a really good place for me to like level out and like figure out who I am.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
That's so cool.
And like one thing, like I before joining the Navy, like I was kind of like rock bottom for my life so far, and I feel like that is what's made me who I am. So like appreciating that time when you're at rock bottom, and because that a lot of that time you'll figure out who you are and like what you want to do. I know you have to be brutally honest with yourself. I took a lot of time like sitting down and just like peering into my own like mind, which can be scary because if you be brutally honest about what you want out of life and like what you want to do, what you want to achieve, who you want to be, like you gain a lot of clarity. And I think if you are still caught up in trying to chase something or do something, you'll never get that sense of clarity. But I think like appreciating rock bottom is a really good like trait. Yeah.
It's well said.
You're very wise, man. You're very wise. You're the youngest here, but
You're the youngest. I've never heard you speak.
and
like
you're the
that.
biggest.
The biggest inspiration.
Oh man, I'm so glad you guys are on because I knew that we have so much things to talk about and there's so many different opinions. I mean, we've had our arguments. I'm sure. I don't think we've ever argued together. Maybe me and you butt heads a couple of times because we're
I can't remember any times. That we
Really?
have,
I reckon.
knowing us,
Me and
I
Chavez
feel like we
fight all
have.
the time.
I'm still
reckon
fighting now.
competitive,
After
maybe.
this,
Being
we gotta go
competitive,
outside.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely have, but I can't remember any of them.
Nah, me
because
neither. Yeah.
It wasn't
yeah.
that serious.
No,
Yeah,
none's serious.
It's nothing
Yeah.
like serious.
Do you guys remember? I mean, of course you remember, but the Opie Fongs.
Oh yeah.
Who started it? I think Chavez started it.
No, it was you. You and Chavez. It was on
Wait,
that
we did?
computer
It
in
was
the
on the-
corner
It
of
was like 3 a.m.
in the corner of the living room. in
Yeah,
the
where you had the
computer.
laptop. You didn't have a computer. You just had a laptop.
It was laptop.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
permanently charging, and someone just opened a Microsoft Word document and wrote the OP form.
Man,
Yeah.
I would
My-
love to
our-
have that document today.
Our last name is Opatire, for those who don't know, and
Our last name is Fong.
so together Opie Fong, and we wrote a whole story about the
I
Opie Fong.
remember
No,
because
I'm pretty sure it got like no one saved it, and like after that day, it's just been like
just deleted
it's just
forever.
Yeah, it's like legacy. It's like
Because I
No
remember
one
it just,
knows what
it
happened.
just
Yeah.
came to a point where like oh, we're like really good friends, and imagine if we were like brothers.
Yeah.
So we just like wrote this.
At some point, there's
Opie
always
Fongs.
the conversation that happens to everyone who's like, man, if we were
If
blood
we were
related."
brothers,
Dude. Hey, dude,
Hey.
imagine if we were bros. Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude, that would be so awesome.
So we're like, let's write down what it would be like. And we
Yeah.
just started typing.
I would pay a handsome amount of money to read that document.
Okay, how much would you pay for?
I
that?
would pay. I'd pay $200 like max to get my hands on that. If someone was like, "I've got it,"
I feel like it's gonna be
$300.
disappointing. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'd rather not see it and just have that memory. Of
Sometimes,
it being good.
like,
Yeah.
because
No, you're
I
right.
feel like I'm
Sometimes
gonna
legacy.
read it. It's gonna be like
yeah.
Weber and Cody went to the movies.
You're crying like, we did go to the movies. That's right.
that's what brothers would do.
But we're just gonna look back at it and be like, "Oh, this is so shit." Like, this is
Well, it's gonna
like
be the
a
same as you
time-
said when you went back to play Cops and Robbers again.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
have played this. You know.
Yeah,
Should leave this to
protect
police.
the legacy. I reckon.
Also, do you remember how long it was? Like, how much did we write?
Oh,
Oh.
I can't remember.
It wasn't that much, was it? A
Was it like
page?
two pages?
Maybe 2 pages. Yeah.
You know what I watched the other day? The Digimon movie, and I used to think it was like
it's
so
not that good.
Oh.
and it's not. It's not.
I've-
as
I've
good.
done the same
Remember-
thing.
Oh, you told me about this actually. Yeah.
But I thought the first part of it, remember, like it was kind of was divided into two
Yeah,
sections.
no, so I researched it. I like looked it up, and it said that like apparently the movies first came out in Japanese or something.
Yeah.
And the English version is like 3 movies all combined together. So like it doesn't really make much sense.
because
And
it's
that's what I realized when I was watching it.
You don't remember as well on the actual like the video
The
like
start.
before where they have like ads. Do you remember?
Angela Anaconda.
Yeah.
Anaconda. Oh,
Oh man, that was a vibe.
that was
I
like
introduce my friends to you. I can't remember the rest.
Yeah.
that was I remember, and we had the it was the I mean it was VCR back then, but the case was yellow.
Yeah, yeah,
was a
yeah,
yellow
yeah,
case.
Yeah, and we didn't have any other yellow cases.
We didn't have any at all, and so I remember watching that. Yeah, it was 3 mini movies in one.
Yeah.
I think they just didn't make one movie long enough. So
I
they
can't.
just-
I can't remember
because
that movie for the
If
life
anyone
of
wants
me.
to watch it, it is on YouTube for free. I don't know how. It's the whole movie. I just watched it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like there's that one point where it's just like you think the movie ends, and legit there was a big boss fight. You know when the guy is in the computer?
Yeah, against Diapolomon.
Yeah.
Yes!
And then like, bro, it's such a big ending, and then it's just like, nah, this is not the end. Like, there's another.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I remember.
The guy like, splits himself into 1,000 and they're like trying to find the real
Yes,
one.
and they're trying to fight.
Bro, that's the best part. I reckon I cried when I was a kid.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
remember,
For sure.
they're all on the computers, like watching it.
Yeah, like everyone, there's like the typical like
they're all
Hawaii.
watching, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's like floating in it, and he's like dying, and he's like, it shows cuts to like the people watching, they're like crying.
Oh my
and
god!
I'm sure we
I
cried.
reckon I cried to that.
That was bases.
That was
That was bases.
That was bases. There we go.
Oh, we come
Like-
full circle.
You
Oh,
are completely right. Like I remember as a kid, that was like my favorite thing, and I would love watching that. But then you watch it back as an adult, and you're like, man,
I can't remember that movie for the life of me. All I remember is that boss fight with Diapolomon and
I remember the
and-
part where he digivolved. It was the creepiest shit ever.
oh yes,
I loved it.
yeah, it was so
so-
weird.
Oh,
And then there's a whole nother enemy in the second part of it with that big guy that like, at the end of it, he's like a hippie or something.
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's
But
a
he's
hippie
like
looking,
big and
yeah.
he's like, oh,
He's like wavy and stuff.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
like, and he's
yeah.
got like this big smile, but he was like separated at birth from his brother Digimon or something like that.
I just remember the start of it where like he's under the bunk bed. The Digimon.
yeah,
that.
it's Agumon, right? Is it
Yeah.
Agumon?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're in like a
Digivolve
Tokyo, like a
too.
little.
Yeah, that's like not even related either to,
Yeah.
to the movie.
That's
Because the
not
whole
even-
time, whenever I
yeah.
think back, and I'm like, yeah, like I remember they started off in the apartment and they're on
Yep.
the computer. Wait,
Yeah, how did that?
and then they ended up in a truck, and I remember like each of those are different movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
man.
somehow he like escapes and it like the Digimon, and he gets like out into the street, and he's like trying to stop him from like causing damage or whatever.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
I actually thought that was pretty cool.
Mm.
But hands down,
no,
the best one's the internet.
We
one.
should get off this because I don't know. No one's gonna know the. No one's. ever
I have met people.
I
that have
recommend
watched
watching it just to be like.
This is a shit movie.
Yeah.
this, though. Yeah, all right. Well,
Alright.
stop the Digimon.
No,
there.
if you've watched it before, don't watch it again, please.
yeah, no, keep
Yeah.
keep
If
the
you remember
memory.
it as a good movie,
keep that memory.
leave it. Leave it.
Watch the Digimon movie. Play Digimon Rumble Arena 2.
Yes.
Oh, Digimon Rumble Arena 2.
Yes. Better than
And-
Smash.
Yeah.
Unpopular
Hot topic,
opinion.
Hot topic.
Unpopular opinion.
I want to play it. I just want.
Uh,
Maybe like
Maybe
start
we
Let's
shouldn't
Play
play it.
channel.
Maybe we shouldn't play it. Maybe
Oh,
it's gonna be
yeah,
worse.
we gotta
yeah,
learn.
what
Like
if
a
it's
movie.
Let's do this. I reckon it's time to do this. We
Micromaniacs.
got a lot to go through.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out Micromania.
We've reached that part of the podcast where we do a little.
We're starting to wrap up, but we've got a little idea that
Yep.
we think may rattle some heads.
All right, so we're doing another tier list. Okay, I know everyone liked that fast food tier list that we did. So now we're back at it with chips, potato chips. That is
Australian.
Australian branded potato chips.
So we jacked.
Oh,
this.
not just potato chips, but like all chips, right? So we've got tiers, but we have different tiers. So we're not using letters.
We could use A, B, and C, but
We okay. We are.
I don't
using
know.
letters.
We jacked it off this guy from the internet from tiermaker.com. Is there like a
Shout out to
user-
tiermaker.com.
a username? I don't know.
Don't leave it. He doesn't.
Shout him out. He's never gonna find
Shout
us
out
anyway.
teammaker.com.
Well, this guy, he's made his own.
So
his
yeah,
own tiers.
instead of S, it's.
Do you want to?
I'll say it. I was going to say it in.
We might put Ravo's voiceover just if he ends up
Alright.
saying it. But yeah, you can.
Okay, all right. So instead of S, so S is. Oh, should I go from the bottom up? I'll go from the bottom up. So like the bottom is what is A B C D E F G H. Okay.
So it's a
A to
lot.
H.
So this is like bottom to top. So it goes worse than blue cheese, then trash tier, then this is rubbish, you flaming gala.
Is it Flaming Galah?
Galah.
Oh yeah,
Gala.
gala, and then this is a bit. How's it going? And then this one is not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
And then it goes, yeah, nah, these are grouse.
Yeah, nah.
And then, oh, these are heaps good.
Heaps
And then up the top is, Struth me dingo, these are top shelf.
Top.
But we can just go.
Stroke my dingo.
So it's
Let's
very
just-
Aussie. That's like the most Aussie.
Yeah, we can just do
Let's just do.
we just do S to F, right?
You know how to.
Yeah,
let's
S
go.
to-
So
Yeah.
S is top tier.
F to A and then S, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got lots to go through. So we just want
Rapid fire.
rapid fire.
Gotcha.
All right. first opinion. But if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it.
No, we'll go rapid. If we're all similar, then we don't need to talk.
Yeah.
If we have,
But if
big
there's like a
difference-
conflicting one, like if salt and vinegar Pringles are at the top, then we have to talk.
okay, that's
I've
straight
never,
F.
I've never
Straight
had
F.
them.
I'm putting that.
Wait,
in.
we're not up.
Hold
Pringles
on,
is
wait,
No,
not-
I'm just saying,
Wait,
like,
he's brought it up
as
already.
an
I
I
example.
have a system. Well, we have to.
Okay.
Alright, go
Okay.
through the system.
Alright.
Trust the
Have a
process.
system.
All right,
Okay.
Smith's chips.
This is my show.
This is yeah. All right, we got Smith's chips coming up first. All right, Smith's chips flavors.
Okay.
Barbecue. Put like a
Smith's
B.
barbecue.
I'm gonna go B.
I can't remember the last time I had Swiss
I'll put
barbecue.
the A. I haven't had them in a long time.
I
You think
reckon
A?
like
think
C.
Yeah, I think it's B to C. B at the highest. I haven't had it for a long time.
All right,
though, but
majority
I
B.
just remember.
Majority says B.
I could go like A minus, so I could bring it
So
down
it
to a
goes
B.
B.
All right, we can
There's
go
no
with
there's
B.
no minus or
B.
pluses.
B, 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 B.
B.
This is
Actually, I think B might be too
good.
high.
I like it's my personal
Guys, this is
A.
the first one.
C.
Yeah, but we
I
have a
vote
conflict,
C.
alright?
It's, you
I
said
would
B.
say C.
I said B to C, but now I'm thinking about it. I vote C.
It's not even.
No,
the
but
best-
it's like a C plus, which means B.
No,
C.
don't. No pluses.
No, but you're rounding up. You're rounding up.
No, there's no. Well, round up in your head. I don't want to hear it.
It's
C.
B plus.
I vote C.
I'll say C as well.
Or
vote
B
C.
and.
B.
So what now?
So it's a C. It's a C
Jess,
plus.
Barbecue.
Oh, Jess.
Jess, barbecue.
What are you saying?
I'm saying B.
B B C C.
Barbecue
I don't
Smiths.
even remember Smith's barbecue. Is it
Yeah,
thin
like
or
No, they're crinkle.
The
They're
crinkle.
Crinkle
crinkle.
cut, yeah.
It's the brown. It's the brown bag.
The good the B ones.
I usually like barbecue.
it's the
So-
orange. It's the orange.
So
one.
that would be
Probably a
And
bit.
B.
B.
It's a B.
Alright, we got outvoted. We lost.
All right,
sorry.
B wins.
fine.
So
It's a
Jess, you're the tiebreaker. Shout out Jess.
Shout out Jess.
right there. All right, Smiths. Still on Smiths. Cheese and onion.
F.
Nah, they're
nah.
they're.
Ah,
they're a
okay.
B,
sorry,
they're a
sorry.
B.
G.
They're a B.
Nah,
Cheese and onion are B.
I would
Oh,
say
C.
cheese and onions better than barbecue.
Cheese and
No.
onion. Cheese and onion has a good flavor. I just hate how it makes my breath smell.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a bad thing
Correct.
then. That's
But-
part of the
But-
experience.
But the flavor's good. The
is
flavor's good.
flavor is good. You
Flavor
can't-
Town. B.
I can accept it at C,
I'll
but
say B.
I would vote B, but I can accept it at
I'll
C.
say B.
All right, B. Doesn't matter what you think. All right, next.
Outvoted. The tribe has
Chicken.
spoken.
Barbecue. Oh, not barbecue. Smith's chicken.
Or
C.
C.
I put
I
a
reckon
D.
it's on the same.
Put a D. It's not good.
I go
Chicken
C.
is not good.
I would say it's less than barbecue, so I would say C.
All right, so I'm happy with
It's
C.
it's a
I'm just
comfortable
glad
like.
it's not B.
If you see it at a party, I'm like I'm not excited, but it's
Yeah,
reliable.
you still eat it.
I'll still eat it.
Yeah.
It's a C.
It's a C.
All right. Original crinkle cut.
A.
Ooh, C.
I think.
C?
I think it's
Oh.
better. I think it's better than cheese and onion and better than barbecue. But
No.
I wouldn't be able to put it as an A. I don't think it's an A.
I think it's the best Smith's chip.
That's false.
It is. I
Oh
think.
my lord, that is disgusting. Okay. It's a C.
I think
It's
it's,
a
a
s-
B.
it is-
I think it's a
It's
B.
the same. If I see it, I'm not that excited, but I'll take it.
So what is it?
I think
it's a
B.
C.
C? C?
It's-
you
I vote-
said
I
It's
vote-
middle of the
I
pack.
said A.
There
A.
are other
I vote
originals.
B.
So a C wins.
C.
Yep. C.
Are you writing these down?
Si, senor.
No, I'm not. Should I be writing them down?
Yeah,
Give me
probably.
a pen.
Shout outs to Penn.
All right, wait. Barbecue was what? Barbecue is C.
Barbecue's
No,
C.
barbecue's
No,
B.
barbecue's B.
B.
I'll do a different color.
Barbecue's B. Cheese and onions B.
B.
Chicken C.
Let's really have
and
cheese and onion
original
next to
was
barbecue.
C.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
original.
flavour- I
Okay,
like the
original
flavour.
thin cut.
Oh, that's.
They're worse.
That's a D. That's low.
No, it doesn't go that low.
Bruh.
Wait.
Wait,
so
where-
I would much rather crinkle cut than
Yeah.
You'd rather crinkle cut than
thin.
Oh, for
Then-
sure. Crinkle cut's way better
Yeah,
than
crinkle
thin.
cut is way better than thin cut.
Bro, original thin cut is an A.
No.
It's an A.
You
I'm
lying.
I'm saying it's B.
It's an A.
I
What did
would,
you guys
I
say?
would, I would take. You
Nah,
know,
it drops so far down because I would
Nah, I
never.
don't-
If
Okay,
there's
no,
a
no.
crinkle cut and there's a thin cut,
Yeah.
I'll never choose thin cut. Why would
I
choose
agree.
What you want
Think
more
cut is so much
grease with? You know how
better.
greasy the original ones are. At least there's flavor on the crinkle.
thin. It's just got a nice.
Thin just. Okay, not that. I don't know what that is.
That's the
Nah,
crunch.
crinkle
Nah,
cut.
crinkle cut is where it's
Crinkle
at.
cut.
That's the crunch.
Crinkle cut.
Crinkle cut
all the
is
way.
so much better.
Thin.
Than thin.
So what are you guys saying? Like,
Thin
I think
trumps all.
for every like thin type, you take your a crinkle cut
Like
one
go
and take
down
it
one?
down one.
so you would say
I'll
D?
say 2.
2.
Yeah.
Wait, so where did we end up with on crinkle cuts?
Thin.
Original.
Original C because we both said C.
Okay, then I'd put thin cut and a D.
And what'd you say?
D.
Well, I'm saying A and you're saying B.
I said B.
So that's
So you prefer the thin cut?
yes.
We
You
have
prefer
differing
thin cut
opinions.
as well.
To original, Smith's original, thin cut.
Thin cut.
Nah.
That's
So, do
that's a
we-
C plus.
This is out of
Jess-
order. This
Jess.
is out of order.
What's the go with thin cut?
Nah, we'll put a poll up and you'll see crinkle cut. Is,
Also, like
is
to
the
point
winner.
out, he forgot salt and vinegar.
Oh well, we'll get into that. Actually, salt and vinegar is next.
A
F.
F.
A.
Oh, it's not an F. It's not.
It's
F.
an A
It's
for
a D.
sure.
It's a
Nah,
D.
it's F.
What's
It's
the
D.
lowest one?
F.
How dare you? This is an outrage.
D.
D. I go
D.
D. Yep. Okay.
It's an A.
D. No.
It's an A. It's
Salt and
straight up
vinegar.
an A.
Get that in the
D.
bin.
It is
mate.
straight up
D.
an A.
It's that D.
If you like salt and vinegar,
Free
chips, I'm
parking.
sorry, but
Do not condone Smith's.
If you like
vinegar
salt and
chips.
vinegar,
chips.
put some deodorant on right now, and put some pants on. No, because every time you think salt and vinegar, I just think a certain archetype in my head, and 9 times out of 10,
Is that me?
I'm always right.
What?
No, not. But
put some pants on, mate.
Put some pants on. Put some deodorant. No, you know what? You know what?
Hey, Nikita Bones.
In the
Just start
comments,
going.
please help me. I need some other
Nah, you
people
know
on
what?
my side.
Salt and vinegar. Okay, reminds me of going to a footy grand final barbecue that someone hosts, and there's a bowl of salt and vinegar, and I'm having a bad day anyway because my team isn't playing in the grand final and it's not even close.
And you think it's original, and then you taste it, and
you
then
get.
you're like, "Ugh."
Yes,
get baited.
thank you. You get
No.
baited.
I used to go to those barbecues and be like, is it original? Will I be happy or will I be extra happy because it's salt and vinegar?
Nah.
And also because
Something's
people
wrong
didn't
with you.
like it, I could tell if it was like
Wait,
later,
what was that? People didn't
other people didn't like it.
because they were wearing deodorant.
All right, next we got grain waves. Grain waves. Okay,
Okay, but
Which one?
I've got the spicy one, and I got the one that's not
There's
spicy.
not
Also-
spicy one.
also-
No,
sour
there
cream.
is
Sour
the.
cream and chives.
Sour cream.
There's only
and
two
spicy.
flavors,
chili.
right?
It is sweet chili. Yeah.
It's sweet
Yeah,
chili.
sweet chilies. Is that
Here I've just got spicy and not spicy.
okay? So sweet chili
But I
is
don't know
the
what the flavors
spicy.
are.
Also, did grain waves change over time? I feel like they
They,
used,
they used to be better.
they used to be
way
less
better.
airy.
So
right?
okay,
Yeah.
so we're talking prime.
Prime grain.
Prime-
We're talking
Alright,
prime.
So it's
Prime
prime,
grain
prime
waves.
spicy.
So
Prime spicy, I'd put it's either B or C. I would like the original
Right,
better than
it's
the
see,
spicy.
I know what
It's
original
A.
is, and I think spicy is one below, but they're
I
both
agree.
like
I agree.
Spicy's A.
No, I think
Nah.
original's A.
Sour cream and chives is better than
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
So I think I would say spicy B,
Spicy.
Spicy B.
and sour cream chives A.
because as soon
Yeah,
as you
I agree.
if you're B
Sour cream and chives.
Was an A.
A,
I think that one went out.
Yeah, it was the top one.
Oh, the top is that gone?
Yeah, it's the top one. I'll get it.
All right.
Don't worry, keep going.
Non-spicies or sour cream and chives
A.
A.
is S.
Oh, I wouldn't put it
Nah.
as.
It is S.
I
It
know.
is-
Okay, I know
S.
you loved the grain waves.
They
Well,
were no. I remember a time where
put it
I was
A.
like obsessed with them. They were like back in the day before they changed them. They were like so good. I
I'll
do
put
remember.
A, but
I think it's
in my heart, I know it's an S.
It's pushing S, but it's not quite there.
Mm.
All right, well, let's see if we get an S. All right, Doritos. Okay, wait for it to be an S, we all need to say S. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doritos is next. We got Cheese Supreme.
Which color's that one?
Is that
That's
yellow?
the red one. The red one.
Oh, the red
Oh,
one.
that's red.
The red one goes hard.
B. I'll say
I
B.
put it B. It's nothing special.
It's not.
It's old. What is it? Old
Is
reliable.
that as good
Old
as
reliable.
like grain wave sour cream?
No.
Yeah.
I-
See, that's why I'm.
See,
I
I think it's B
I love like the Doritos, the red ones, but I can't put it in the same tier as
as
A.
I can't even
Right.
put it in
I
the same
can't-
as spicy.
No,
to be
I
honest with
can't.
you.
I think it's C actually.
Yeah, I'll go
Like,
C.
I like Doritos for like the first like handful of chips, and then like I don't want to eat anymore
Yeah.
unless
Nah, I
it's got
can
something.
smash a
Unless
bag.
it's got extras on it.
I can smash a bag of Doritos like easy.
yeah, nah.
So B. Just stick with B.
I'll go B.
I would
I
say
would say-
C. I'm actually
I want
saying
C.
C. I'm
Wait,
saying C.
I want C. What are you saying? B.
It's in B.
And you're saying B.
I'm saying B, and I think the other Dorito flavors will be C.
All right, Jess.
No,
Yes.
that's not the best
Oh,
Dorito.
that's
flavor.
not
No,
the
no,
best
that
Dorito.
that
Oh,
is
no,
that
wait,
is
you're right.
not the best
No,
Dorito
wait,
flavor.
Wait, Jess.
Mexicana.
What's
the best?
What's the
Orange.
Orange.
Oh, that's the best Dorito.
Mexicana will be B.
Cheese Supreme?
B?
What did you guys pick?
We.
B B C
C.
C.
I'm actually happy with C now
What do you mean?
because I just
All right,
remembered
done. Never
Mexicana.
mind. Yeah. C. No. C.
I just remembered Mexicana.
All right. Next is nacho cheese, which is the yellow one. I
F.
put that at B.
F.
Nah,
C?
it has got to be below.
I think it's.
No.
Nacho cheese is better than
That's
cheese
like-
Supreme.
No,
That's-
I think they're about the same. C.
I don't think I've ever had.
I'll go C.
I'll go C.
That's Will Smith's son. Like the one that no one knows about.
Jaden Smith.
No.
Oh, you mean the one that no one knows?
Do you know his name?
Will Smith.
John Smith.
Corey in the
That
house.
one. Not saying it's bad. I just don't know about it. I think
Alright.
I've ever had a handful of those before.
It's nice though. C. I'll go C.
I'll go see.
I'll put in D. Just one below.
They are kind
what
of
are you
tasty,
saying?
but I'm not buying.
You never
them,
had
I'll
it,
go
so-
Will
there.
Smith's son.
It can't be the same. It's D. It's one.
It's C.
one below.
No, you are right because if I'm going to the shops and they've like only got the red ones and the green ones and the yellow ones, I'm never picking the yellow ones.
What?
Yeah.
You're picking green over yellow.
If I don't feel like having that,
Do you know
much
what flavor green is?
Original.
it's just salt.
It's just original.
Yeah, it's just salt
And you'd pick that.
over the yellow ones.
So what do you? That's next.
Because if I'm
That's
feeling-
next. So
if
what are you
I'm
rating?
feeling like-
original?
So you're saying nothing's better than this?
No, I'm saying if I'm feeling like cheesy stuff, I'm going the red one every time. I'm not picking the yellow one over the red one.
What's original?
It's just salt.
Salt.
As in letter.
Oh, letter. Same as the red
D.
one.
I'd say D.
See,
Nah, because
It's
it
D.
needs
D.
it needs something with it.
Because
like,
It's A. It's A. It's
Nah.
Nah,
A. Bro, you're
Nah.
not.
Oh, actually, no.
bro.
You know what?
It needs dip and
What
this doesn't have
what
dip.
else is D at the moment? What else is D? What's in there?
Salt
salt
and
and
vinegar.
vinegar.
Smith's chips.
Oh, put salt and vinegar in
Bro.
F, man. It can't be on the same level as salt and vinegar.
respect
Nah,
the
it's
salt
A.
and
I said
vinegar.
E. It's E.
What? This is E.
Bro, it's just
Okay,
salt.
I would say I
It's
would
E.
also agree it's E
Thank you.
because it can easily elevate to S when it's compared with something, but on its own,
It's E.
E.
All right.
It's worse than
no
salt and
respect.
vinegar.
Next,
Nah, I'd rather eat plain salt by itself.
Nah,
than
I'd
salt
rather
and
smell than have salt.
next,
Nah, I can do
next
that.
we got just standalones. So we got Cheezels.
Cheezels.
vinegar. Wait, what's cheese?
They're the
cheese-
rings. They're the
Cheezels.
rings.
Oh, cheese
Nah,
rings.
Cheezels are
that.
good.
Wait,
Cheezels. They're in the blue
oh,
box.
the puffy ones, the
Yeah.
the blue packet.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
Bro,
they're
I haven't
good.
had them in so long.
Okay,
They're F. They're
like
so trash.
You guys, I used to love Cheezels.
Did you just put them on your finger?
Yeah. Oh, and he would have all his cheese.
Will you marry me?
Bro, Cheezels can get out of here.
Bro, I used to like eat around the outside.
I don't
and
eat
have, like, a thin
Cheezels.
ring
I
on the
literally
inside.
don't eat
Oh.
Cheezels in my life. They can just leave.
Nah, okay. I had Cheezels recently. They're nowhere near as good as I remember them. I think when I was a kid, I had different taste buds, but I think they'd be like you can't put them lower than a D.
Oh, you can. F.
Nah.
You can. You easily
Nah,
can.
D, like,
F.
You know what? When Mum used to bring home a box of Cheezels, I don't know why because no one ate them. But when she did, I had a feeling that went through my body, and it was disappointment. That's what it was.
It's just way too strong. Like you take one bite, like
I don't
I
know
think-
why she kept buying them. Did you like Cheezels?
Those packets are still there to this day.
Bro, I don't.
No, I always used
freezer.
to-
Next to the donuts.
if you see them at a party, right, and then you're like, oh, cheese.
Shout out, Mum.
Like I'll take one because it's a snack, and then I'm just like, I don't want it anymore.
No, yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
they
No.
lose to burger
Cheezels,
rings.
what do they
E.
get? What do they get?
E.
E?
That is truth.
Yeah, because if you
Easily.
want a ring type like snack, but they lose to burger rings.
All
every
right,
day.
well, Burger Rings is next. What's Burger Rings? Burger Rings
Um,
S.
Nah,
Burger Rings S.
I'm not putting it S, but I'm putting it like
B.
you can't put it any lower than a B.
I'll
It'd
say
be
B.
A.
It
I'll meet
is
you at A. I'll meet you at
a
A.
Burger Ring is on its own B,
Yeah.
but the level of interactivity with Burger Rings A.
A. I'm
A.
happy with.
I'll say
But
A.
you put
Practicality.
them with grain waves though.
And
What are you gonna do with
Yeah,
the brain waves?
I don't know.
No,
Burger
like
Rings
you're
is a strong
putting it in
flavour
the
as
you're
well.
putting
Bro.
it in the
Oh
same
yeah, yeah,
tier.
because you
I
can't.
put-
I
I
can't
put
put
grain-
brainwaves around my finger.
Okay, interactivity. Yeah.
If you could do that
Points.
with a grain
What
wave,
about a grain burger? Grain.
what? A grain burger.
that was a grain burger.
A grain ring. If it was
What?
If it was grain waves in the shape of a ring.
Oh, you were trying to make a hybrid.
Yeah.
A grain burger.
what if it was a 9 minus
A
7?
burger wave. Just a burger wave. All right, next we got kettle chips now. All right, let's try and get through these quick. All right,
Kettle sea salt.
chili.
A. Sorry.
Chili is A. Kettle chili A.
B.
Look,
I'll say B.
I don't think I've ever had kettle chili.
But you just
Wait, what do you mean? This is the most confident A I've ever heard.
wait, you just put it
kettle
at
sea
A.
salt today.
So what's?
Bro, why are you saying the chips? I have the list.
He's got it there.
It's right here.
You just said kettle and I said kettle sea salt today straight away.
All right, we're doing chili.
Okay. Don't know.
B. I'll say B.
I say A.
It's on the higher level of
Kettle chili goes hard.
It's B. It's B.
All right,
B.
I'm happy with either, to be honest with you. All right, honey chicken.
A.
It's B.
B.
Uh,
Happy with B.
Is I put it C.
Because it's not the if it was the only honey chicken, it'd be higher. But there are other honey chickens out there.
Wait,
that
so what-
do this?
What's the majority? B.
B.
Yeah.
Happy with B.
Parmesan and garlic. Now that is a good flavor.
Never had it.
Bro, I don't think I've ever
What?
had
never
Parmesan
had
garlic?
Will Smith's son.
Never had it.
I've
Let's
never
just
had it.
put.
Wait, that doesn't
You're making
sound-
that up.
That does not sound appetizing.
All right, we'll just put a W for Will Smith's son. Sea salt kettle chips.
That is A.
That is.
minimum A.
That's a.
I would argue.
This is a close.
I'm
This is a close
I'm happy.
S.
I'm happy to put S.
I will put kettle sea salt chips at S. Now I need you to do it with. I need you to believe in your whole heart it belongs in S. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it.
I
don't
think
want
it is the best sea salt.
Okay, it's hands down the best original flavor.
Yeah. I think it's S.
Oh, but is it S?
It's classic. It's a classic.
It's literally it goes so hard.
Okay, because if I'm gonna watch a movie and I'm going to the shops to get snacks to watch a movie with, there's probably about 70% of the time I'm grabbing a bag of kettle sea salt.
If you're stopping.
Shut up.
No, I'm saying like,
Stop it.
No, I'm saying if you're stopping to like grab it.
What are you talking about if you're stopping?
No, he's saying like.
Are you gonna run past him?
No.
Like, what are you talking
Because,
about?
because sometimes you'll
He's
do
saying-
that.
He's saying like you're going out of your way to
go get it.
get.
He literally said he left to go get snacks and he's getting sea salt kettle chips.
No, but I always
that's what
decide.
he's-
I decide
That's not
when I
out
get
of his
there.
way. He's leaving for the chips.
Yeah, that's what Chavez.
That's
is
what I'm saying.
Chavez is saying. if
I'm
you're-
saying you're stopping.
Yeah, you're going out of. You're not in the shops already, and I'll grab a sea salt.
Yeah.
Chips. You're going to the shops for the purpose of getting the sea
Like
salt.
you're stopping in the middle of the aisle to
So it's S, yeah? I don't know.
Nah,
what was
nah.
that whole... What was that?
So I'm a visual thinker. S. It's
S.
an
Done. So what I thought you were saying is like, I thought you were just being like not a smart ass, but I thought you'd be like, oh, but are you stopping for the chips?
Stop right there, Cody. We're gonna carry on. What's the next one?
Next we got sea salt and vinegar kettle chips.
I don't think I've had them.
Right. That's next to the Rexona. That's
Whoa.
F.
no. Okay, wait.
No
But
one respects the salt and vinegar. And
I will
I'm
say-
I'm not happy with it.
what was it? Smith's was D, right?
Correct, yes.
Nah, you
I would like
drop
to.
that down.
I would like to potentially
Whoa.
put a vote in and say that this should be D and those Smiths should be E. I
Yeah.
vote of revote on that.
Yeah. I
Nah,
think the
nah, you know
Smiths
what?
is worse.
I think kettle chips are that good. I'm pretty sure they won't be that bad.
I think
I'd say C.
I'd say
I would say C.
no. Wait,
You
I'd
think
probably
the
eat
middle
them.
range?
no, you can't have C. You're putting him next to like original Smiths and like.
Yeah, I would.
You're telling me all
I'd
those other
probably-
all
bro,
those
kettle
other
chips
C
are that
options.
good. I'd put them at
Bro,
C.
you're putting it next to nacho
C.
cheese. Nacho cheese
C.
is the same.
I'm not listening
I've
to C.
I'm
Nacho
D.
cheese
D.
Doritos.
What do you
D.
vote?
D.
And what are you voting?
Well, it's salt and vinegar, so I have to vote A, but I've never had them.
All right, well then,
I've never had
Jess, what is it?
It's like the best flavor, so I'm gonna say A.
Thank you. Someone with some taste. Someone with
All right,
some
well we'll
taste.
put that A. That can get A,
Thank
and
you.
then we'll
Thank you.
We'll put Smith's salt and
Bro,
vinegar.
this is not my list. This is not my.
We'll put Smith's
You
salt and
responsible for
vinegar
this, Weibo?
at E. Bro, this is our list.
Okay.
All right, next we
I want
got.
my own list.
I'll compromise.
This
here,
is
okay.
actually gonna be a good one. Pringles
Which flavor?
original. Put like a B.
Okay, and
I think original's a solid C.
we're referring to like the old school Pringles, not the current ones. I don't know if you had the current ones like lately,
They're so tiny. They're small.
but they're tiny and there's like it's
They're softer as well. They're
Yeah.
not
Softer,
crunchy as they were.
doesn't hit as hard. It's just
so
not
original
good.
Pringles at their
It's-
prime.
What
B.
is that? No, what's the Smith's original?
Say
C.
C.
So I'll
I
put
would
a
say
B.
B.
Yeah,
Pringles are cheating because the texture is just
It's
like
too good.
it's
Yeah.
too good.
Salt and vinegar. Now that's an F.
So
Salt and
I've
vinegar
never
Pringles.
had them.
I would say it's
But salt and vinegar is so dividing that it's like you love it or you hate
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of cheating, but not cheating. It's kind of like you can't really.
I've never had them, but if it's salt and vinegar, I have to vote like at least B.
hot take. I would argue that Pringles, old school Pringles, were so good that even salt and vinegar could be considered a C.
No, because the texture is not what you want. You just get because the
Of the
texture-
Pringles
the texture of the Pringle
is what you
No,
want.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
But with salt and vinegar, you get so much surface area on your tongue, and
Yeah.
you just get vinegar.
I know that, but if you have all those other C options and they're all on the table, and I see Pringles, I will go
I'm taking
for the
kettle salt
Pringles.
vinegar over
Yeah.
Pringles.
No,
No,
if-
I'll
if you-
take Pringles.
I'll take the Pringles as well. Actually,
Also,
if you had all salt and vinegars lined up and they're like,
Have you
I'll
tasted
gun to
salt and
your
vinegar
head.
Pringles?
Yeah.
Have you
You
tasted
have
salt
to,
and
you
vinegar
have to eat
Pringles?
one salt and vinegar. I would rather have
Nah,
the
kettle.
Pringles.
Alright, well, so what are we rating it? Like,
I would
still
say.
D?
I would say Pringles are
This is
so
not rated.
good
Every
that
salt and vinegar,
this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put every salt and vinegar in F because I'll never choose it.
Alright, yeah. I'll
Also,
put
can we
F
just
too.
talk about how Pringles just went and like made their Pringles like way worse and like no one talked about it? Like,
Yeah,
what-
just
what-
go on.
what
Like,
happened?
Oh,
Like-
boys, we got another ST, I reckon. The sour cream and chives Pringles.
I'd go A.
I'll say A. I don't.
I wouldn't put it S. I don't think it's quite there, but very good.
Are these?
A.
You're with me on this, yeah?
It's not S.
Thank you.
Nah.
That is unanimously like the premium choice.
Well, it can't be S because we're not all in agreement, so it's A.
I'd
It's
say
A.
It's
That's
good.
disappointing.
It's
That
very
is-
good.
That is very
but
disappointing. No,
I don't think.
I don't want to hear
Are
it.
you,
Next,
are you,
next,
are you actually
next
trying to
round.
put it next to Kettle Sea Salt?
100%.
100%.
100%.
I put it above.
I'm talking old school Pringles.
So, sour
Current-
cream and
current
chives.
ones?
It's the top. It's the top of A, but
It has
I
to
don't
at
think it's A.
least like you're talking like the top contenders
That's
of
so
all
disappointing,
time.
and I don't want to hear why.
Actually, no. I'm putting S.
I think it's.
I think it's.
Nah,
I
it's too
think
late.
it's-
If
I
it
think it's
wasn't S
S.
to
No.
start with, I don't want.
I think it's an A.
I don't want you.
It is the defining Pringle flavor.
Look, I think the change like happened in Pringles so long ago that I can't remember like how good it
Like
was.
if you just like close your eyes and just think back, you go to your friend's place,
They,
snacks
because I
everywhere,
did remember they used to be way better.
and you see
but,
that
like,
beautiful green
because you need to
tube.
put your pants on. That's why. All right, next we got. We'll just leave it at A. Red Rock chips. I have a very unpopular opinion.
I don't
with
really
Red Rock.
eat Red Rock.
All right, lime black pepper.
No idea. I'll go.
C.
Yeah, I think it's C.
I am gonna say
Solid.
B. They're my partner's favorite chips. Shout out to, yeah, B.
You could have shouted her out. All right, next Red Rock honey soy chicken.
Oh, they are the best honey
Yeah,
soy chicken.
so-
I want this in S.
They are the best honey soy chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the
Out of-
best honey soy chicken.
Yeah.
Not the best Red Rock Deli flavor though.
Really?
No, there's one better than it.
The only flavor of Red Rock Deli that I actually eat is honey soy chicken.
I will say it isn't. It's an A.
I would say S for honey soy.
It's an A.
Red Rock.
If you can't give,
I'd say an A. Yeah,
I'd say A.
yeah.
F. Trash. They're so bad.
Actually,
They are trash.
I wouldn't eat them.
Honey soy chicken can leave my life forever.
You had too many of them.
No, I
You
don't.
had too many.
I don't eat them.
Wait, are you talking about honey
Because
soy
you had
chicken
too
in
many.
general as a
Honey soy
flavor?
chicken,
Like the Red Rock Deli.
Red Rock
Oh.
Deli,
Nah.
and you know what?
Wait, were you
know
just
what?
talking
No,
like
you know
general
what?
honey chickens?
I'm like, do you just not like honey soy chicken or something?
No. As a chip flavor, it should have never become a chip flavor.
Wait, talking about chip flavor or specifically Red Rock
No,
Deli?
Red Rock Deli
do
honey
it-
soy
Do it
chicken.
wrong, but all chip flavors do it wrong.
I
because
agree.
It shouldn't be a chip flavor.
In high doses, overwhelming. But as long as you don't
In any
OD,
dose. One chip
nah,
is
nah,
too much.
nah.
No, but you
Nah,
can't be
F.
you
I don't wanna
can't you
hear it.
can't say in high doses like you just buy a smaller bag like you can't.
I eat one chip and I want to spit it out.
Nah, I'll
What?
eat the whole
That's
bag.
whack.
of honey
I'll eat a whole packet of salt and vinegar Smiths, than to eat one little tiny packet of honey soy.
soy. You lost the plot.
Bro,
honestly.
There's
you're
kids
off
watching.
one.
F. Trash.
You're whack.
Move
Trash.
on. Move on, mate.
Wait, so what do we say? I would say
I put it A.
I put it S.
I would say A.
That's the. I think that's my favorite.
It's not.
chips.
It's not S.
That's my favorite.
So what do we? What is this? Just undecided question mark.
That's half of
Undecided?
it.
Jess, what do you
Hey,
think?
You're the only one.
Bro, when I lose on salt and vinegar, you just put
Is
it
that
what you
what's the
want,
one?
but you're losing on this and you're just putting it what you
No,
want.
no, because we're all scattered. I said F. He says A.
He said A, and
What do you mean
S.
we're all scattered? You're the
You're
only
the
one
only
who's on
one.
F.
All right, I'll put it A
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
for tastes like ass. Okay, next, sweet chili and sour cream. I'd put that.
Wait, sweet chili
Sweet
and
chili sour cream.
wait, that's the red one, right?
Yeah.
S, S.
That's
S.
a.
That is the
I'll
Oh,
S.
say
that is
A.
S. That is S.
That's the S.
That
That
is S.
that
I'd-
is the one.
I'll be happy putting it S, but I think honey soy chicken's better.
Wait, you're happy putting it? You guys are all happy putting it S.
I
My-
think it's A.
I don't
I
even.
think it's A.
I don't think
The
I've
only
had it.
reason why they're different
It's
is
the red.
It's the
Rock
red
Deli.
one.
It's the red packet.
I
with,
don't-
like,
I
the
don't
sour
think I've
cream.
had it.
They are good.
I think
We
it's-
have to go
I
to
think
the
it's
shops
A.
and get it after this.
This
right?
is like it is the premium one. You know what the difference is? Honey soy, you can eventually have too much. Like Cody's thing is you can have it too much and eventually it's I can't do it anymore.
Mm.
This is one of the only flavors where you can just keep going and going and going because the taste isn't overpowering. The texture's amazing.
Well, after this, we have to go get some for sure.
I reckon.
I've got a pack right here.
Here's one I put earlier. It's in my hat. Alright, so
That's
what do we?
Respect for it. You've had that on.
It has to go
the whole
S.
episode.
Yeah.
All three of
No,
you.
you had
said-
it on your knee.
All three of you said S pretty instantly. though.
Nah,
S.
I said A. I'll say
He
A.
was A. Alright, we'll go A. Sea salt, Red Rock sea salt.
B.
I give it a low rating because at no point am I ever taking that over.
Over
Kettle.
Kettle. Well, where are the other sea salts at the moment? Like Kettle's S.
Smith's is for the
C.
original, it's like C.
It's better than Smith, so
It's got to be a B then.
Kettle is S.
It's
And
less
so
than Kettle.
this is the Red Rock.
It's less than Kettle, but better
Pringles
than
got
Smith's.
B.
It's got to be a B.
B.
So you're saying it's equal?
I think it's A.
Nah, I think it's equal. It's better than
It's like a
It's
B
A.
minus.
it's better than sea salt Pringles. So I would say it's A.
I think it's A.
I think it's A.
You reckon,
It's so
you
good.
reckon it's better than original Pringles?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But
I
sour
would put
cream
them-
Charles
I'd put them
Pringles
the-
should be
I'd put them the same.
It's a
I reckon
crime
it's a
that it's
B.
not.
I can't put them the same. Because Pringles are so unique. Because you're never grabbing original Pringles over the Holy Trinity.
What is the Red Rock sea
Yeah,
salt?
yeah, I am.
What did you
Sometimes-
say? A?
Sometimes I am.
What did you say? A?
Nah, I'll munch out on original Pringles. Like.
Yeah. So if I go
Very
to,
nice.
Compared to sour cream.
if I feel like
No,
Pringles,
sour cream is better.
But
But
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's tough with Pringles.
but
No. if I feel like Pringles, I'll go to the shop,
I'll say
and 50% of the time I'm grabbing original, and 50% of the time I'm grabbing sour cream.
original Pringles is better than
You're doing
Then
yourself
Red Rock,
a disservice.
sea salt.
As
I do like
100% of the time it should be sour
think-
cream. The only time you should get original is if you're getting both.
Okay, let's do like
literally-
this. Okay, you've got Red Rock in one hand. You walk forward. You see Smith's. You grabbing Smith's?
This is original.
No.
It's original. So you've got original.
Depends
okay?
on the price.
all the price. It's the same. Like
They're
they're all on discount. You're feeling good.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
all discount.
It's free. It's for
Then
It's
I'm
free.
getting Red Rock.
So you've got Red Rock,
I'm-
and then you've got Smith's.
Yeah, I'm
Which
getting
one?
Red Rock.
Red Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ditch that. Keep walking forward. You see the Pringles.
I'll take Pringles.
I ditched the Pringles.
I'm ditching Pringles.
Yeah, I'm ditching Pringles.
I'm
too,
ditching
actually.
Pringles.
No, yeah.
I walk forward.
You're done.
I
I'll
see
take
the
Pringles.
kettle.
You
grab the
is
kettle.
better.
I grab the kettle.
The kettle's
I grab kettle.
So it's an A.
kettle's double
It's
the price.
A.
I'm
It's
still
an A.
grabbing the
It's A.
kettle.
It's an A.
Thank you. Weebo, you lost the plot. See, so
No, but you're putting it the same as like the grain waves. Like
Yeah, it's not on grain
it's
waves
not
level.
grain wave level. It's a B plus. It's not a A.
No, well, you've just what you've done to Grainwaves is a violation.
What do you mean?
You put spicy at B and non-spicy at A. At least both put them at A.
Nah, you need to drop a lot of these down. Like,
Bro, you like this is not just me. This is our
I think a lot of these
Nah,
need
it's
to go
just
down.
Cody.
Like
I don't know
we
what's
have nothing
happening.
in E, right? So like a lot
salt,
of them
salt
need
and
to just
vinegar
go
is
down.
E.
Okay, all salt and vinegar
Whoa.
should be E.
Yeah.
Get out of my
No,
house.
no, you can't just say that because it's literally like an F or an A.
Okay,
Okay, wait. Chicken needs to go down.
where's
Smith's-
chicken?
Smith's chicken.
Okay,
needs
okay.
to go-
Oh yeah. Wait, with chicken needs
What
to
do
go
we say
down.
chicken was?
C.
No, put that down. Put that down.
Sorry, all right, Smith's chicken
We're
is
too generous
is
at the
E.
start.
Barbecue needs to go to C as well.
Barbecue is not B.
Yeah,
Get out of
barbecue
town.
needs to go down.
hold on, wait.
Barbecue. can
barbecue
go-
needs to go down.
Barbecue E. Get
Hey, if
out
you
of
want
here.
Barbecue E, no,
If you
no,
want
no.
barbecue chips, you better be getting the Sandboys.
D. Barbecue is D. Oh my god, did you just say
Sad.
sandwich?
Sandboys.
Wait, what is that?
Sandboys
You-
barbecue.
Oh my god,
I don't even know.
it's
what-
just a different chip brand.
I can't remember.
Oh my
I'll probably
god, that
recognise the
barbecue
packet.
flavor
That was
is
good.
that hits hard. That's not on this list.
That remind me of Sunny
Uh,
Boys.
Red
Remember
Rock.
Sunny Boys.
Sunny Boys.
Sunny Boys.
Red Rock.
They don't do
oh,
that
yeah.
anymore.
No, they don't.
Red Rock, sea
That's
salt,
nice.
and balsamic vinegar.
Red Rock, sea salt, and balsamic vinegar.
Salt
F.
and vinegar.
F.
Look, I'm voting it A because it's
Yeah, we
salt
can't
and
vote on
vinegar.
that, so we'll just question mark it.
Question mark.
Or Thai chili and lime. That's
B,
Red Rock.
B.
Haven't had it.
Thai
yeah,
chili and
Thai
lime.
chili and lime.
What
lime
colour's
good.
that one?
I like the lime one. It's green, but it's like a different packaging. It's got like a star in the middle of it.
I would
B.
say.
I put a B.
C.
It's a solid.
Well,
Solid.
it doesn't matter what you say.
I realize I'm not very adventurous with my chip eating. I always just get the same.
I'm not
thing.
that crazy on it.
Alright, last one.
These ones
This
anyway.
is the last one. This is standalone.
How can this be the last one?
What do you mean?
There's so many other things.
Oh, we didn't do all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is just otherwise we all.
Shout out French fries. They didn't make it.
Oh, we can put French fries.
Shout out Doritos Mexicana.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out Doritos
Yeah,
Mexicano.
Mexicana wasn't on it.
Mexicana is the best flavor.
Alright. Doritos Mexicana. I'll just add it.
I'm trying to think.
Alright. What is it? What
It's
is it?
definitely
A.
A. Bordering S because I could
Because
eat
I could-
Mexicana so much.
it's
like,
the only. Okay.
Hey, all in favor of S? Raise your hand.
Oh, but like salt and vinegar is pretty okay.
salt.
Honestly, I'm grabbing salt and vinegar before I grab Mexicana.
That's blasphemy.
Oh, yuck.
No.
Yuck.
I'm putting S. Fuck you.
You can't say shout out Dorito Mexicana and turn around. Oh, but like I like my
What?
vinegar. You can't.
What? Are you telling me it's gonna be my favorite thing in the world to shout it out?
Did you shout out vinegar?
No, because it's already on the list. Mexicana wasn't on the list.
yeah, he got you.
Nah, I don't want to hear this.
French fries.
Lloyd.
What are French fries?
Only if they come in a little packet.
yeah.
Like you have it.
If it's
at
the big
school,
pa-
like
yeah.
the little school one.
And if it didn't belong to you in the first place, you had to trade it
French fries
with an
are-
Aldi LCM bar. Then yeah.
Not even the Kellogg's one or whatever.
If the barcode or covered the entire packaging, then you can trade it and you'll get it there.
French fries are an S.
Bro, I don't reckon I ever my parents never bought French fries.
No.
Yeah.
French fries, just like original
They're
Kellogg's
always someone
LCMs.
else's.
Yeah, stole them from someone else.
The S if you get them and they didn't belong to you.
Yeah.
If you manage to have
We'll
them,
give them A. We'll give them A.
A?
I'll say A.
French fries are an S.
French fries. Oh, really? No, they're A.
if
I
if you
don't
eat them and they're
think-
not yours, it's an S.
If you have as much French fries as you want, I would never stop eating them.
Nah,
I can't.
It's
I
too
would.
much salt.
I can't stop.
It's
Alright,
a
French-
lot.
French
Though. Oh, but
fries
you
or
like
salt
salt and
vinegar?
vinegar though, so
French-
of course
French
like the
fries or salt
salt's just
vinegar?
gonna be
The
fine.
salt's fine with me. Like I can't stop eating them. If I have X amount, I'll finish that much.
French fries or salt and vinegar? Chips.
This is for you. We know they're trash, but this is like,
They go.
which
they
one
go
are you taking out of
If
the
you can
dumpster
have both
first?
of them at the same time, they go hand in hand. It's good. You have some
Wait,
French
that's
fries.
not the
No,
question,
it's not
though.
both.
One or the other.
I have to pick one.
Be decisive.
Be decisive, be assertive.
You're in the bargain bin.
You can actually get salt and vinegar French fries.
Salt and
Oh, don't
vinegar
tell-
French
don't
fries.
tell us that.
I haven't had them.
They are amazing.
Salt and vinegar French fries. I've never heard of them. in my
We're
life.
getting them, and we're getting the Red Rock Deli chips that you were talking
Alright.
about before.
Well,
We're gonna
okay.
go-
Oh, yeah, okay,
French
yeah.
fries you can have A. That's fine. And that was it. Yeah. No. Oh, I got one more.
You didn't say the last one.
Yeah, I know, but I'll leave that last.
Dixie drumsticks.
I want one.
These
No,
those aren't
they're
chips.
not chips, they're
Yeah, no,
biscuits.
the biscuits though. The biscuits. The biscuits.
I got one. I don't know what they're called, but they're the kangaroo shaped
Jumpies.
jumpy. Wait, are they chips? They're biscuits, aren't they?
The-
They're the
They're
same.
like halfway in between.
They're like inner biscuits. Crave.
Nah.
If you had Crave from Aldi, those are.
Nah, Jumpies. Jumpies.
The Aldi
green.
snacks.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Bro, you had
We're hitting like
Crave.
2 hours.
Can you remember?
bro.
Okay,
we used to have
okay,
those
what was
massive
the last
Crave,
one?
Alright, here's the last one. The
bags
last,
for school.
the last one is drum roll. This is probably the fan favorite.
Oh, the camera just turned off as well.
Which camera?
Chavez's camera just died.
Oh no, that one just died. Hold on. Can you change the battery?
Yeah.
Do you remember how to do it?
What if I sit next to Case for this last one? You want to jump over? Do you want to share?
Yeah, that's
You
right.
can share. Is this camera still on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come over. It's okay.
Share the chair.
This is
Brotherly
a
love.
3-person
This is
couch.
brotherly love. Yeah, nah, but they're the guests. They have to share a chair.
All right. Okay. Awesome.
Shout out.
All right. The last chip, and then we'll end it. Okay. The last chip of the tier list is. Get one last drum roll, everyone.
Wait, can't see it.
Oh.
It's good enough.
Wait,
bro.
slash down, slash. There we go.
It's good.
Okay, so you're
All
too
right.
high.
Sit on his lap. All right.
We're playing bases
I
again.
can see half your head.
Is
No, now you're both out of the shot.
This is not working.
all right. Just
Jump on this
Oh,
couch.
no.
jump on this couch.
Everyone, all
Everyone.
four of us.
Everyone.
All right.
Far out. Is that camera good? Are we still
Yeah.
in here?
We're ending with brotherly love.
That's
on the
the
same
one.
couch.
All right.
Drum roll, please.
Alright, the last chip for free parking third chip tier
Okay,
list
that might be really loud for this.
is veggie chips.
S.
S.
It's definitely not S.
I'm done. Alright. Guys, thank you so much for coming on to the Free Parking Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this podcast. Oh,
You've rolled three doubles.
go directly to I'm not doing that. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. We had a great time. If you want to follow these two specimen on IG,
Case is incognito.
I
He
don't
did
have
nothing.
then
Instagram.
yeah. Go plug your stuff. Chavez streams on Twitch. Follow him. Twitch TV /refresh with the number 5 as the R. It'll be a little thing below, right there.
It'll be there. I'm also on Bebo.com
No, you're not.
_
IG is linked to it as well. And Case. Just happy to be
have a
here.
I'm just happy to be here.
Catch him in the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look out to the if you ever go to the beach, just know he's out there.
He's watching you.
He's
Dude.
eating
look
salmon
for the
chips.
smell of vinegar. You'll find it.
If there's a man wearing no pants.
Is there someone rolling around in the beach?
Alright, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Do not pass go.
Not happening! It's never happening.
Do not collect $200.